The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico di Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the Isala, Nina, Cosa Hanso, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Oponana, all the and then saw no one in and you went out of his Tahara and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you were not but you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico di Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the Isala, Nina, Cosa Hanso, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Oponana, all the and then saw no one in and you went out of his Tahara and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you were not young. But you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happened today in 5 years to come. Thank you.
The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oruo abụọ na anọ bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala ha niile si na ịdị nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube onye ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị eze ebube dị ngọzi ka iwe tinye ọgbara n'etiti ndị iro, ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ, ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ, ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru, ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka iwe tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ka ọ ga-abụ n'ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa, anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị, kpee isi ala nye gị, bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said. It's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it? Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the
broadcast. Contrary to section 196,
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. In violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible. Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what they are not saying. Not me. As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committing an act of terrorism.
Yes.
Very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person. It's not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what the Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial is not done anywhere in the world. And you wonder why God trusts you. You don't know what justice means. You have no idea what justice means. You don't know what justice means. Useless. You cannot try anybody unless the law is written. Show me the law. Show me the law. I want you to talk to me. Show me the law. Don't try that. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try rubbish. Don't try rubbish. Useless people. You don't know law. You don't know law. Your own constitution you don't respect. Supreme Court's judgment you don't respect. Then why we never know? Why we never know? So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. El-Rufai brought them in. Why did the government brought them in? Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to you come to Onadi, you come to Ebeba, you come to Aguilera, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Nigeria, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you, one Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax, everything. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport. Refinery. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out, pages of the newspaper to give the world the giving impression that everything is okay. When things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one. You must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, say Nigeria is not working. You are marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I mean, Democrats have subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Nnamdi Kanu to President Biden. In it, Nnamdi said, come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say it, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting them. Most of them are people. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where our umbilical cord, how long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens.
In 1776, the United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe. Both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland. Each of these separation has led to the upsurge of economic and development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on.
very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
You're very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
And I'm going to help mazi Nnamdi Kanu
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program wherever you are connecting from. Thank you so much for being part of the program, whether you are joining us on TikTok or you're joining us on Facebook or on YouTube where we are hosting the program. You are highly welcome. Please, as you join us on the program, kindly like and share the program to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to your neighbors. Share to anyone that you feel that need to hear us, including our enemies. Share to them so that they can come here and bring their superior arguments for us to hear. We don't want to go by speculation of a here said or they didn't say. We give them the opportunity in this platform to say their opinion. Whoever you are, regardless your orientation, regardless your tribe, your location, your race or your religion, you are entitled to your opinion. And in this platform, we give everybody that equal platform to speak. The only thing that you require to be part of us in this program is for you to be a human being with conscience. As long as you're a human being with conscience and you love humanity, you are welcome in this platform. Feel free to bring up your superior arguments. Whatever you think, bring it up. Let us talk about it. We are open to hear you. We are open to learn. We are not claiming to know it all. We are not claiming to have all the knowledge. That is why we are here, to hear from people also so that we can learn. And at the same time, help those that have wrong impression about us to correct that wrong impression. That is why we are here. Most importantly, to present Biafra to the world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. Biafra remains the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. And when we say Biafra is the only remedy, we are not neglecting other regions. We are not neglecting other tribes and other indigenous people in that country called Nigeria. When we speak and say Biafra is the only remedy because we are Biafrans and we know that that is the solution. All we are saying is that once Biafra is free, every other region can be on their own, carry out their own projects and be who they want to be. Every other region can grow in their own space at their own speed. That is all we're asking for. We are not trying to take over anybody, to dominate anybody, or to direct or lead anybody. We are not interested. We are not interested in restructuring. We are not interested in your leadership. We are not interested in your positions. All we ask is leave and let's leave. Let every region be on their own, grow in their own space, at their own speed. We can still intermarry. We can still visit each other. We can still do business together. We can still live wherever we want to live. But we want everybody to have their boundaries so that they can be able to protect themselves. Create a country according to value system. That is all we are asking for in this platform. The contraption called Nigeria is bigger than a country. Has never been a country. These are countries that they are forcefully merged together. Countries forcefully merged together. But at this point in time, it is very clear that it is not working. So all we are asking is that you should allow every region to grow in their own space at their own speed. It does not stop us from being neighbors or from interacting or intermarrying, living where we want to live. The solution we are profiling is not an experiment. It has been experimented in so many parts of the world and it worked perfectly well and it brought peace. It worked in Asia. It worked in Europe. It worked in America. There is no reason why it will not work in Africa. Create country according to value system. That is all we are asking for. It is not a request out of hatred. It is not a request out of greed. It is not a request out of anger. It is a request to save humanity. That is why we are holding on to it and we speak about it boldly at every point in time, unapologetically. In as much as we appreciate the United States for the effort they are making. We appreciate the United States for their effort they are making. We thank them so much for paying attention on the plight of the Christians in Nigeria. But that is not enough. That is not enough. If they are genuinely, seriously looking for a lasting solution, they should go a step ahead to call for the disintegration of Nigeria, creating country according to value system. When you do this, you don't need to put in your resources. You don't need to risk the life of your soldiers. You don't need to fight anybody. Let it be a peaceful separation. On a round table, every region go their separate ways. This is all we're asking for. When this is done, the genocide you are talking about today, it is going to be stamped out completely. But as long as Nigeria continues to be the way it is, there is no agenda you present forward that's going to fly. There will always be excuses. Some people will always feel cheated. Some people will always feel neglected. Genuinely, the United States, I personally know that genuinely they are concerned about the loss of life in Nigeria. And when they talked about Christian genocide, that does not mean they neglect other people. But you see the argument in Nigeria. Simply because they mention Christian genocide. Nigerian government don't care about those who are dying. They begin to play their card of division, trying to make people feel, the Muslims feel, that the United States is only interested in the Christians. They try to make the citizens feel that the United States is trying to bring division, even though every single one of us that is genuine at heart know that the United States sincerely want to intervene. These are the kind of things you see in Nigeria. For as long as Nigeria continues the way it is, there is nothing you will bring on the table that is going to work. Nothing. It will always be politicized. Ethnic divide will always be introduced into this. Religious divide will always be introduced into it. The only way to end this deadly weapon, deadly bomb from exploding, is to disintegrate Nigeria and create the country according to value system. That is all we're asking for. And we pray that we will get to that point. And I want to remind everyone that is with us in this platform once again that in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack any religion or any race. We don't come to attack any people or group. All we do here is to present Biafra to the world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. And we give opportunity to those who have superior arguments to engage us in argument. Be civil. We are not here to insult you, and you should not insult us either. For as long as you are civil to communicate and share your view with us, make sure you are coming with facts, evidence, to prove whatever argument you are presenting to us. Once we are convinced, I bet you we will join you to push that very line. But as it stands today, until then, we continue to hold on to the only solution, the only lasting solution to save life in the country called Nigeria, which is disintegration. I'm sorry, as I'm speaking, you might be hearing some noises on the background. There's construction going on around my vicinity. So just bear with me with those noises that are coming. In a short while, it's going to be off. Construction work is going on around me. So this noise will continue for some time, and hopefully when they are on break, you will not hear it anymore. So exercise patience while we continue to dive into this matter. Whatever you have to say, you have the ground to say it. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, I appreciate every one of you once again. And I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone, wherever you are watching me from. You're welcome. I know the journey is tough, difficult, and heavy. Sometimes you look to your left, you look to your right, and ask yourself, why are you doing this? Sometimes you sit back and ask yourself, does it really worth it? If you are a genuine Biafran agitator, at one point in time, you will ask these questions to yourself. I personally do. So it is not just about you. I personally do. Sometimes I sit back when I watch everything that is happening, more especially among us, the Biafran people. Sometimes when I see comments on the comment section, what Biafrans are saying with their mouth, people you think you are talking on their behalf. Sometimes when you see videos and see the line of thought of some Biafrans, you begin to ask yourself, this agitation that you are engaging in, does it really worth it? Sometimes you go to their conventional media, you go to the social media, the kind of things you see and the information you hear coming from the same people that you are, from the same ethnic group, you begin to ask yourself if you are making mistake or not. But I bet you, each time I sit back and ask myself these questions over and over again, I always come out with one answer. I always come out with one answer. It's all worth it. The suffering we are going through, the abuse, the insult we are taking, it worth it. Because this is a matter of life and death. I got reminded that it is not about me. It is not about the insult I get. It is not about the attack I get. It is not about me. It is about a generation unborn. It is about humanity. You will only misunderstand this issue, this race, and you run away when you begin to make it about yourself. When you come to this very journey and you make it about yourself, you want to command respect. You want to command authority. You want to have the final say. When you come on that very level, you will have no choice than to fall away when the time comes. You're going to run away. But for those of us who know why we came, we have been here for decades. For decades. And there are evidence of what we have been saying. The same thing. The storm has come and gone, and we are here. The earthquake has come and gone, and we are here. The rainfall has come and gone, and we are here. And we are going to be here until Biafra is finally free. As long as I still have breath, I'm alive, I will be here speaking until Biafra is free. Likewise, yourself that you are watching them, don't give up. No matter what you see, don't give up. When the pressure becomes so much and you think you can't handle it, there is nothing wrong in taking a break. You can take a break. Our strength is not the same. Our capacity is not the same. There are people who can withstand pressure. There are people who cannot withstand pressure. So when I see people withdraw back and they take a back seat, I don't have any problem with them. When I see people take a break, I don't have any problem with them. But I have a problem when you turn 360 degrees against what you stand for. That is when I have a break. That is when I have a problem. There's nothing wrong in taking a break. If you feel that the pressure is so much that you can't handle it, take a break. There is no law that says that every one of us must be in this journey. No. It is a marathon. When you are tired, there is someone out there that Chukwu Okike Abiyama have prepared to continue. Sometimes when you look around, you think you are the only one. There are thousands and millions of people out there that can do what you are doing better than you yourself. But while you still have the grace and the strength to do it, go ahead and do what you have to do. When you feel you are tired, step aside. There is nothing wrong in that. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, I have to speak in this manner because of the things I see and the things I hear. It is sad. The attitude of some of our people, it is painful, but that is not enough reason for us to walk away. Because if we walk away as cowards, we'll be defeated. Then all the effort we have put in for decades will be in vain. That is why most of us are still standing. That is why most of us are still there. If not, it doesn't worth it. There has been a lot of nonsense flying right, left, and center. There have been a lot of inconsistencies, lies coming from the angle you never expect. There are lies coming from the angles you least expect. Some people will intentionally tell those lies. And all they're expecting, like people like me will come online and call their name. You will wait until thy kingdom come. You will wait until thy kingdom come. If you're expecting me to use my platform and call you, you will wait until thy kingdom come. I came because of Biafra. I speak because of Biafra, not because of any human being. It doesn't care. I don't care who you are. The only thing that connects me to anyone is Biafra. Outside Biafra, you're your own. I'm on my own. My loyalty is to Biafra and not to any human being. And I pray that each and every one of us will find our way also to know why we are doing what we are doing. Answer your questions yourself. Get an answer for yourself so that you will not be deceived or be distracted in the cause. This is a very delicate time that we are in. A very delicate time. The time where the two most trusted men in this struggle are in the territory of the enemies. This is a time you have to show your toughness. A time you have to fight for yourself. Nobody is there to fight for you. It's a time you have to take responsibility. I pray that Chukwu Kukabiam will give us that wisdom to do what we have to do. And I want to say once again, for those who are in my WhatsApp group, there are people who are in my WhatsApp group. I came to my notice, somebody was saying that somebody was calling people and telling them that he is Chuk survivor, calling people, requesting for code and all whatnot. I want to make it clear on this broadcast that I don't call anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. I do not call anybody privately. I don't. I don't organize any private meeting with anybody. So if you hear any call and the person said is Chuk survivor, don't listen to that idiot. I don't call anybody privately. I don't. It doesn't matter who you are, including people that come here on my platform that will speak. The many people that come here, ask them. I don't call them. I don't call them for any discussion. I don't make any call to discuss anything. I don't. Every discussion we do is here online. If I want to send a message, it is on my WhatsApp group. I have my WhatsApp group. And those who are there know, I have said it time and time again that in my WhatsApp group, everything is public. There is no secret in my WhatsApp group. I have a WhatsApp group. My WhatsApp group, I have hundreds of people. I don't call anybody for anything. So if anybody is calling you, telling you that he or she is from my platform, ignore that idiot. I hope it is clear. We know that a lot of things that are going on. A lot of all those idiotic people that don't have conscience are there, using people's names and platforms to commit one crime or the other. I have said it even in my profile. No group call. I don't engage in any group call or in any group private meeting. I don't. My platform is one. I discuss everything on my platform in the open. And I will never send a message to anybody or call anybody to anything. No. I don't. I've been on this very program for many years, for more than a decade. Those who spoke to me know how we spoke. Those I have talked in private know how they call. We are in a very terrible time. Every one of us as Biafrans, we must be careful and protect ourselves, protect our brothers and sisters, and be careful to who you listen to. I have said it time again, sometimes when you hear Biafra, you lose your brain. Some of us, once you hear the issue of Biafra, you lose your brain and you begin to think like an idiot. Yes, we want Biafra, but we don't want the Biafra of idiots. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. We want Biafra, but we don't want Biafra of foolish people. We don't want Biafra of idiots. We don't want the Biafra of tyrants. We want a Biafra where we will have equal rights, where people can express themselves, say their mind, say it the way it is. We don't want a place where there will be double standard. We want a place where people will be treated on the same level ground. So that thing you want is what you have to be practiced, even privately in your own private life. Practice it. Don't wait until Biafra comes. Those kind of things you want in Biafra land, should apply it in your own private life. I pray that Chukwu will guide us. So in our today's topic, we are going to speak on Nigeria double standard, betrayal in high places, how Southeast politicians abandoned mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the discussions we are going to make today. We are going to try as much as possible to cover any area we can cover. And those of us who are in this platform who want to make a contribution can equally send their request. Either you are watching on TikTok, on Facebook, or on YouTube. Send in your request. When it is time, then I will bring you in to make your contribution. Nigerian double standard. Betrayal in high places. How Southeast politicians abandoned mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the topic we are going to try as much as possible today to highlight and talk about it. This is what we do in this platform. And we will continue to speak for as much as we can. As I said, this is not the time to be silent. It is the time to speak even more. My fellow Biafra, great people of Biafra, great minds watching around the world, lovers of freedom. Today we are going straight into one of the most uncomfortable truths in Nigeria. One of the most uncomfortable truths in that contraption called Nigeria. The double standard in the legal system. The political weakness and silence from many Southeastern leaders. The continued injustice involving mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will continue to speak about these issues. These topics are very uncomfortable to so many people who hate the truth. Very uncomfortable to some evil people who are bent on keeping us enslaved. But we will not stop talking about it because it is the right thing to do. This very conversation today is not about hate. It is not about violence. It is about justice. It is about fairness. It is about equality. It is about accountability. These are things every society deserves. The double standard in the legal system of Nigeria is disturbing. Very, very disturbing. And the world have seen it firsthand in the case of mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Which day we are both. The most painful is that the country is bold enough. They have emboldened themselves to display this very double standard before the whole world. Televised. When you see such boldness, you need to be worried. When you see such boldness, that double standard has been normalized in Nigeria. When you see the normalization of double standard, you need to get worried. Maybe you haven't been. You need to get worried. Nigeria's laws seem to operate on two levels. The Nigerian law operates on two levels. You know, these things we are saying, it only takes you to relax your mind, speak with open heart, and you begin to understand this message. When you listen to us with hate, when you pay attention to us with hate, with biased mind, you can never understand. You continue to deny the truth. In Nigeria, one law for the powerful, for the connected people, and for the protected. There's a different law. One law for the powerful, connected, and protected. And another law for ordinary citizens. Those who challenge the system, there's a different law for them. And we're going to try as much as possible to touch on some of the examples of those double standards, in case you pretend you don't know, or maybe for those who are not Nigerians. But for those who are Nigerians and of age, every single thing we are saying here is playing out every day, on daily basis. If you can't see it, you hear it. If you can't hear it, you feel it. Many of us are victims. Example of these double standards. Some individuals are accused of serious wrongdoing in that contraption called Nigeria. They move freely. They enjoy protection. They even get promoted. Some individual accused of serious wrongdoing move freely, enjoy protection, even get promoted. If you want to state example, look at the president of Nigeria. Let us start from the president, the person they call their president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was indicted by the former EFCC chairman. The EFCC chairman granted an interview on an international television and said that he has enough evidence to put him behind bars for life on the fraudulent activities he conducted in Lagos State. But all of a sudden, that man have risen to a president, and that man have chosen the same person that testified against him, that was in charge of the EFCC then. Today, he chose that man and made him the NSA, National Security Advisor. Today, the National Security Advisor of Tinubu today was the same man that investigated him and came to the international media and said that he has evidence to put him out for life. In fact, in that very interview, he said there is a governor in Nigeria that is richer than the state itself. That this governor has not done a legitimate job all his life. Nobody knows his record or his sort of wealth, but he's richer than states in Nigeria. Today, that man is protected. He is even the president of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Not that only. The United States of America indicted him on drugs. The case are still there. Verifiable. Every single thing I say is verifiable. It is not a claim. It is not a propaganda. They are verifiable information. He was involved in drugs. But today, he's the president. Go and check the person they have today as the Senate president. The person they have today as Senate president has also been indicted by the EFCC of the same country for fraud. He was about to be jailed by EFCC for fraud during the time of late Muhammad Buhari, the master fraudster. But what did he do? The simple thing he did was to change party, to move from PDP to APC, from one terrorist organization to another terrorist organization, and all his sin was forgiven. Today, he is the Senate president of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Some individuals accused of serious wrongdoing move freely, enjoy protection, and even promoted. Look at the one you are seeing today. A man that conducted the worst election in the history of the Zoological Republic. Today, is being given an appointment as an ambassador. A man that lied before the international community, a man that lied in the media, in open media, who went to the United States and brought somebody for fact-finding mission. The person he brought came and gave facts on what he found and exposed this man on his atrocity and lies of the highest order. Today, that same person is being promoted and about to be appointed as an ambassador. Now, when you see the kind of ambassadors Nigeria are presenting to the world, When you see the kind of ambassadors, the kind of leaders that they have, and you still sit back, you clap for yourself as a Nigerian, you should be ashamed of yourself. You can only be proud to those who doesn't know what your so-called Nigeria is made up of. From your president to the least person in politics, they are all murderers. They are all fraudsters, criminals, convicted criminals. The president himself surrounds himself with people who have been convicted in one country or the other. And this is how the zoo is being run. In every ramification. We have seen people brandish gun and threaten an entire generation, an entire ethnic group. Nothing was done. They were protected. Instead, they were brought into Asorok to offer a speech. We have seen somebody come to national TV and claim that he murdered people. He took innocent lives. And he's ready to do more. And yet he's protected. Nobody dare talk to him. Meanwhile, others who express political views like self-determination, others who ask for accountability, face harsh punishment or prolonged detention. People that are asking for a genuine concern, people asking for accountability and self-determination face harsh treatment, harsh punishment in a country where leader of terrorist group, known terrorist group by the world, convicted terrorists that have murdered people, we are jailed for 20 years. But a freedom fighter pursuing self-determination, who was blackmailed, illegally detained, was sentenced to life imprisonment. Terrorists that are killing human beings, abducting people and taking money. You see people come on the national TV and make a case for them. And it sounds nice to everybody. The entire northern region today, the Arewa Consultative Forum today are making a case for all the criminal terrorists in the north. That the government must negotiate with them and give them what they want, pay them compensation, possibly put them in the budget of the country. But in the southeast, those who are agitating for self-determination, a right supported by international law, a right supported by African Peoples and Human Rights Law, they are being pied every blessed day. Even as we speak, they are being killed. They are languishing in jail. In the southeast today, the only thing that a soldier or a terrorist soldier of Nigeria needs to do is to bring a flag of Biafra and place on your body, and they will shoot you. They take your life. The only statement they need to rise to go free is to say that this man is a Biafra agitator. They don't need to see any arms with you. They don't even need to see any evidence. Just a mere saying that this person is a Biafra agitator, you've been condemned to death immediately. And this procedure was sanctioned by the politicians in Biafra land. I want you to know this. You know, when we talk about this issue, we need to point it out to the level where it is. It is sanctioned by the politicians. Every single politician in Nigeria in Biafra land signed up for the death of the Biafrans. That is how serious it is. Because when you try to exonerate them, it means you don't know what the problem is and you're not ready to solve it. They were the people that proscribed IPOB. The very people that proscribed you and I and marked us for death were the politicians, the elders, the elites in Biafra land. They came together and issued that prescription. And since then till date, Millions of Biafrans have lost their life for doing nothing. Millions are languishing in various jails in Nigeria for doing nothing. Simply that they be identified as Biafra, more especially Igbos. Being an Igbo man in Nigeria is a crime on its own. Being an Igbo man in Nigeria is a crime, it's a criminal offense to be an Igbo man in Nigeria. That is how bad it is. This inconsistency creates mistrust. The inconsistency in the law, using one law for some people and using one law for the other people. This double standard creates inconsistency. It creates mistrust. It creates fear and a sense that justice depends on who you are, not what is right. In Nigeria today, justice depends on whom you are and not what is right. Nigeria doesn't care about what is right and what is wrong. The first question a policeman will ask you or a soldier will ask you, where are you from? You will tell him, you are from the southeast. That is enough to change your case. That is enough to seal your fate. For the mere fact that they see you that you're from the southeast, that is enough to seal your fate. For the mere fact that they see that you are from the north, that is enough to seal your fate. For the mere fact that they see that you are from the southwest, that is enough to seal your case. A nation cannot grow when the law is not equal for everybody. No nation can grow when the law is not equal for everybody. What you see in Nigeria is not in that only shows that Nigeria is not a nation, has never been and will never ever be. Every blessed day, when you wake up in the morning, you turn on their conventional media. You will still confirm everything I'm saying here, that Nigeria is not a nation, has never been and will never be. When we say these things, it is not a made-up talk. It's not a propaganda. They are facts. It's left for you to either believe it or leave it. But these are facts. The most disturbing issue that we are having as Biafra is the political cowardice and betrayal in the southeast. The political cowardice and the betrayal in the southeast is very, very disturbing. It is very, very disturbing. The people that call themselves politicians in the southeast, they always avoid speaking boldly when it matters. When you need them to speak boldly to defend the people they claim to be defending, you don't hear their voice. You will never hear their voice. They choose silence instead of defending their people. This is a daily occurrence. Whenever something happens, they choose silence instead of defending their people. Today, the only people that have the courage to talk and speak are the agitators, the Biafra agitators. Go online, offline, wherever you go. In Nigeria, the only man that is making a case for the Igbos in Nigeria is mazi Nnamdi Kanu, followed by mazi Samareba. These are the only two people that were making a genuine argument and making demand for the right of the people. There is no other person in that uniform of politician, a politics, that is making a case for their people. even though they come and they claim to be your representatives. When I talk about politicians, I don't exempt anyone. I don't exempt anyone. So don't expect me to change my view because of maybe something that somebody does for 2 minutes. When you decide to serve your people, you need to serve them until you leave the office. When you know you're no longer going to serve, you walk away. It is not a selective service that today you will come and talk, tomorrow you will not talk. When it suits you, you talk. When it doesn't suit you, you will not talk. No. They are all in this madness together. Every politician in the Southeast fear political consequence more than they value justice. Every one of them, they fear political consequence more than they value justice. That is why today, in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are all silent. They don't care about the injustice. They are concerned about the consequence to their political career. It is about their political career alone. They don't care. The only voices you will hear are voices of the masses. No single politician can make a strong case for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why, in the midst of the unjust conviction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, none of them was able to stand the ground and say that this very verdict is unjust. Instead, they relax on their comfort zone and they're asking for pardon. They relax on their comfort zone and they're asking for pardon. Some of them using Sokoto as a privilege ground for them now. Some of them are using Sokoto to score a political point, using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for their political campaign. Politicians in the Southeast only fear political consequence. They don't value justice. They don't care about the value of justice. They stay quiet when the law is clearly misused against their people. These people stay calm, they stay quiet, even though they know that the law is clearly misused against their people. They stay quiet. They will not utter it. We see this happen over and over and over and over again. It is sad. It is sad. And the only way we can be out of this is to get out of Nigeria. For as long as we remain in Nigeria, the kind of leadership we have is the kind of leadership they want. And there's nothing you can do to change it. As long as we remain in Nigeria, the kind of leadership you have in the Southeast is the kind of leadership that the British and Nigerian Caliphate want. That is why they single-handedly pick them and position them. Somebody like Seibo in Anambra State and Hopeless Uzodomo in Imo State, with the other idiot in Enugu State that calls himself in Bao, and the rest of them. These are all political machineries of the caliphate. They are not there for you. And all this nonsense we have as leaders, they create dangerous leadership gap. Because when leaders fail to stand firm, the people fail unprotected. That is what happens. There is no way the people can be protected when you have a dangerous leadership that has failed and cannot stand firm in anything. They can't even make a case for themselves, let alone make it a case for you. They can't make a case for themselves, let alone make it a case for you. Leadership should mean courage. Leadership should mean honesty. Leadership should mean responsibility. Speaking the truth, even when it is not convenient. That is what is called leadership. When leaders choose political safety over justice, the people lose trust. And that is the situation of the Southeast Biafra land as we speak. The only remedy is exit. There is no two ways about it. Every one of us has seen what happened to our Supreme Master Nnamdi Kanu. The politicians in Biafra land are fully part of what happened to Master Nnamdi Kanu. They supported it, they promoted it, they were part of it. Whether one agrees with Master Nnamdi Kanu views or not, his legal situation exposes major flaws in the system. The legal situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exposes major flaw in the system. It doesn't matter whether you like him, whether you hate him, it doesn't make any difference. But the exposition the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made matters a lot. It matters a lot, and it speaks volume. It speaks volume. What transpired, only an evil person we feel that you don't notice what happened. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has the right to a fair legal process, but that was denied from him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has the right to be presumed innocent until proven otherwise, but they convicted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without any proof. They convicted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sentenced him without any proof. In Nigeria system, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu deserves equal treatment under the law, like every other citizen. But that wasn't the case in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu highlights the inconsistency in how justice is applied in Nigeria. If you have not seen double standard, or maybe you have been pretending not to know what double standard means, the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exposed double standard to the highest level. Only an idiot, an enemy, a wicked person will ignore and say that nothing happened wrong. The delays and complication that should not exist in a fair system is what we saw in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The reluctance of some leaders to speak out strongly. Almost all the leaders in Biafra land, none of them was bold enough to stand and speak strongly. Not even one. Not even one. Every one of them that came, they were crawling on the ground floor begging. They were crawling on the ground begging. There has never been any serious call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from day one till date. And all of a sudden today you think that something is going to change. All they want is to cage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, convict him, hold him for as long as they can, and continue to use him for their propaganda and their blackmail, and begin to beg for pardon. That is the script they are playing, and we are watching. We are watching them. This is why many people feel strongly that the treatment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not reflect the value of justice or fairness in any way. The treatment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not reflect the value of justice or fairness in any way. It doesn't matter who looks at it. And the Nigerian government were bold to televise that idiocy before the whole world. And after the world watched that nonsense, they kept silent and they are looking. And they are looking. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu invoked the God of justice. And I believe the God of justice will speak. Definitely, the God of justice will speak. This injustice means a lot for the future. What is happening in Nigeria today means a lot for the future. If a nation's legal system is not consistent, if leaders cannot speak boldly, if justice is selective or uncertain, then society begins to lose confidence in institutions. As in the case of Nigeria, every confidence in institutions of Nigeria has been lost with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The little hope or confidence you have is gone, completely eroded in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you know Nigeria, they don't care. They don't care what happens. They don't even care about their future. They don't even care about the future of their unborn children. They are the people of the now. Grab as much as they can in the now and they move. No progress can happen in Nigeria because the things that have to be done to bring progress is almost impossible. The things that can be done to bring progress is impossible as long as the contraption called Nigeria is. Things like making the law stable. It is impossible to make the law stable in Nigeria. You cannot make the law be stable. For as long as you continue to have this contraption, you can never make the law stable. Having a courageous leader, where are you going to have such courageous leader? Where will you get a courageous leader that will come and stand his ground to make the law stable? Where will you have such? In the contraption called Nigeria, it is impossible. You are dreaming that one day you wake up and you see that the citizens of Nigeria will feel protected. It is impossible. Impossible mission. It is not going to happen. A time when everybody will receive equal treatment is impossible. There is no such time. There is no such dream in the future of Nigeria. There is no dream that a time will come when people will receive equal treatment in that contraption. It is impossible. But this is how societies grow. This is how you can achieve peace in society. So when you see that these things are impossible, how will you continue to be speaking on behalf of Nigeria? How will you continue to be part of this evil entity? When you know that the factors that can make it work can never, ever, ever be achieved in that contraption. Wherever you are, we must stand our ground. Biafrans and well-meaning people across the world, you must stand your ground wherever you are. We must continue to take some responsible and constructive actions. We, the ordinary people, you and I, never give up. We must continue to take some responsible and constructive actions. Some of those actions is that we must stay informed. Stay informed. If you find yourself in that construction, stay informed. Understand the issues deeply. Don't just jump into discussion without understanding. Understand the issues including people across the world. You saw a video that I played last time where they went and hired people to go and protest. And these people are protesting for what they do not know. They are protesting on behalf of the Nigerian government, that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. And the people protesting do not have a clue of what is going on. One of the ladies that came online, maybe because she has a smartphone, and wrote, "There is no Christian genocide. I am a Christian and I'm not feeling oppressed." After she made that tweet, the next bandit attack, she was a victim and she died. This was a Christian girl, simply because she wants to make points like others have made. She wants to score a point, maybe an ethnic point, maybe a political point, maybe because of people she hated. She came online and boldly said, "I am a Christian. There is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. I am not oppressed. I am living fine in Nigeria." And after she made that tweet, the next bandit attack in her area, she was dead. She was caught up in it and she died. You see why it is very important for you to get informed. Stay informed. Understand issues deeply before you speak about it. Understand issues deeply before you comment about it. Stay informed at all times. Wherever you are, as a person, an indigenous person in that country called Nigeria, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your religion. Speak up peacefully. Speak up in your own way, in that your little platform, in that your little space, in that your working place. Speak up peacefully. Share your opinion. Ask questions. Just like in this platform, we give people time to ask their question. We allow people to make their contribution. When you have such an opportunity, in any platform, not just here, wherever you find yourself, speak up peacefully. Share your opinion with others. Ask critical questions. Continue to hold these people that call themselves leaders accountable. This doesn't have anything to do with race. It doesn't have anything to do with your religion. It doesn't have to do with any belief or group. Hold your leaders. In any group you belong, in any short, small group you belong, in any area you are, hold your leaders accountable. Respectfully demand transparency. Respectfully demand transparency. Always encourage fairness and justice. Always encourage fairness and justice without hate or violence. Encourage fairness and justice without hate or violence. Make your speech hard. Make your voice hard. Always support dialogue. Support dialogue. Promote conversation that leads to solution. Those conversations that will lead to solution, promote it. Your voice matters. My voice matters. Our voice matters. Respectfully use it. Because our voice matters, if respectfully used, it can inspire real change. It can inspire real change. That is why every one of us have to be very, very careful what we do, what we say. Because where we find ourselves is an evil empire, an evil entity. We must be very careful at all times in whatever we say, in whatever we do, or wherever we find ourselves. a lot has happened and continue to happen. Our demand for disintegration of Nigeria is not a criminal demand. It is not out of hate, it is to save life. Because from every indication, Nigeria is not viable. Will never be viable. It doesn't matter how you see it. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how you feel. This truth is a bitter truth that must be told, and we will continue to tell that truth. Whether you want to hear it or you don't want to hear it, we will continue to tell that truth. When you see the line that the northern groups are taking, you can see that they are not on the same page with every other person. And that is why we talk about value system, creating countries about value system. Today, go to every social media. The northern region is making case for bandits. They are making a case for bandits. That is what they are doing. The northern region is making a case for bandits. And they will not stop. If you think they will stop, you are wasting your time. They will never stop. They will never stop. Instead, they are going to do more. Up to their ministers, their lawmakers, they are making case for bandits. But in the southeast, those you call your lawmakers, what are they doing? They are in the front line, fighting against those that are asking for genuine cause. They support the proscription of the IPOB. They support the continuation of mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the destabilization of Biafra land is their project. They don't care. Whatever will keep them in power, that is what they do. But in the north, it's a different ballgame. And I want to share some videos that is coming from people in the north. People in the north. We have to share videos that is coming from people in the north for you to see how they are making case for their bandits.
And it's not all of them are criminal. Not all of them are criminal because if you know,
the person that is speaking here is the Minister of Defense Minister. I think Matawale, Defense Minister. Look at him. Even the Defense Minister is making a case for the bandits. Hear him out.
And it's not all of them are criminal. Not all of them are criminal because
not all the bandits are criminal. Defense Minister is here telling you that not all the bandits are criminals. There are some of them are not criminal. He's making a case for them. You see how they clear the ground for their people to land safely. They clear the landing space. Defense Minister is there making a case for them. That is why sometimes when you see Sheikh Gumi talking and you say, why is Sheikh Gumi not arrested? Why is Sheikh Gumi talking and there's nobody arrested? How can you arrest Sheikh Gumi when the ministers are saying the same thing? When all the governors and the lawmakers are saying the same thing? Is it because Gumi is more vocal and more direct? What this guy is saying is just exactly what Gumi is preaching. There's nothing different.
It's the same, and it's not all of them are criminal. Not all of them are criminal because if you know, or maybe if you investigate what is happening or what makes them to take those laws into their hand, some of them sometimes were cheated by so-called Nsakai, and I have to ban completely the Nsakai in my state. the Nsake is those called vigilante groups who normally went to their settlement, destroy their property, and take their animals. So and they doesn't have anyone to speak with. So sometimes they are going for revenge. Like if Nsake attack them, so they will go for the reprisals. So that is what exactly happening. And some of them are living in a settlement where close to a village or town, and they sometimes if there is maybe operation, military operation, the military will go and destroy their properties and their animals. So they are angry with such actions sometimes. So sometimes if you are talking to them, you can understand where they are coming from and you can understand their problems. So it is important we as leaders to sit down with those people to understand what is the genesis first. You can't just jump and conclude that the person is criminal. You have to listen to him. What makes him to go into that activities? So this is what to do. So they are not all of them. It's not all Fulani are criminals. Some are good citizens, but due to some circumstances, they subscribe to such criminality.
You see the Minister of Defense, Matawele, making a case for his Fulani brothers, bandits, telling you that some of them circumstances made them, that you have to sit down and talk with them. How many times have the governors, the lawmakers in the Southeast advocated for sitting down, push forward to sit and discuss with IPOB that are asking for a genuine thing? Every single human being in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria accept and believe that mazi Nnamdi Kanu cause is genuine. The only thing some of them say is that the way he's going about it, they don't like it. The way he's going about it. But how many times have they come to sit on a round table with mazi Nnamdi Kanu to address these issues he's pointing out? You know he has a genuine point he's asking for. You know he has a genuine point. But you say the way he's going about it, what stops you from addressing these issues with him? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not taken any soul. He has not taken any life. Not even the life of his enemies. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been indicted in any kind of kidnapping. Since IPOB started, there has never been any time they say that IPOB kidnapped somebody and they are requesting for ransom. It has never ever happened. There has never been any time they say IPOB members, they kidnap somebody and they are asking for ransom. It has never happened. That IPOB kidnaps school children, they kidnap workers, they kidnap churches, they kidnap members of the church or members of a tribe and say, come and pay. It has never happened. It has never happened. But what do we see? In the northern part of Nigeria, the people that have killed, kidnapped, taken ransom, and continue to do it with their arms boldly walking around in the street in convoy. Yet, they are making a case for them. They are telling you that it is condition that made them to get into it. But when it comes to the issue of the Biafran people, that doesn't come to the table. It doesn't count. They don't want to know. You don't have any right to even air your opinion as a Biafran. Even though self-determination is a right that you have according to international law, according to African peoples and human rights law. Even Nigerian law gives you right for self-determination, but yet in Nigeria, you tag somebody who is asking for self-determination a terrorist, and you went ahead to sentence him to life imprisonment. And everybody's going about their businesses. And you think that the God of justice will not destroy Nigeria. You jailed an innocent man. You jailed an innocent man unlawfully, and you think that God will not punish you. That pronouncement of punishment in the court is going to touch every single human being that has about this injustice and refuse to speak. Anyone that supports the injustice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your location, and you hear it, you kept silent, you support it in one way or the other. That punishment that was pronounced on the court will be your portion and your generation unborn. You are going to meet the punishment. The only thing that will free you is for you to speak up and remove yourself from that. Apart from that, that judgment will definitely follow you for the rest of your life. The double standard in that contraption called Nigeria is unimaginable. Every single politician in the north, even the one you think they are innocent, they are in this together. Every one of them, they are speaking for their own people to release them. They are the same thing. I'm going to play another one. Let us listen to this one. Let's hear what Buba Galadima has to say.
Whether we like it or not, this is you and I, our country. We can't claim that we're Americans. We can't claim that we're from France. We are Nigerians. What is the way forward? You are a strong voice in the northern region. We've been condemning this government. We've been condemning several governments. What is the way forward? Security is all about you and I. It's not only for the government. So what is the way forward? We need a permanent solution, lasting solution to this, because everybody have had it up to here. You elect
to go the leaders when time comes.
How? With the election fraud going on? With
you're asking me which way forward. I'm telling you.
How do we get this right? You've been in the system.
It's very simple now.
Over 2-3
it's very simple. Now. Don't take their 200 naira and their Indomie.
When there's poverty in the land,
it's okay.
And
then
people keep saying when you ask, when you tell them
and suffer. Take it and suffer. You know that me, I'm not concerned with what is happening. All that I can do is to go to my farm and produce enough to eat.
You have a farm and you're not scared going to your farm because of the rising state of security.
If I stay at home, I die of hunger. If I go to the farm, if I'm lucky, I escape.
So you have to give words of encouragement to farmers so that we won't go.
They can't look at it. Even the farming has been destroyed by this government. They made massive importation. Do you know how much a bag of beans is costing? 25,000 naira. So, how many bags of beans do you have to farm and sell and buy one bag of fertilizer?
I'm serious. Now, Laji, back to my question.
Yes.
How do we get out of
government should stop selfishness and do the job.
How do they do the job? About it?
How do they do the
You will see, I want you to see a typical northerner that they will never blame themselves. They are asking Buba Galadima, how is the Zoological Republic going to get out of the quagmire they are in? How are they going to get out of the problem they have gotten themselves into? But you will never see him blame his people directly. He will never, ever, including Gumi, he will never blame. I want you to watch closely and listen the way this man. And sometimes when he speaks, you think he's a neutral person, you think he has something upstairs. But I tell you, for as long as Nigeria continues to be together, truth is dead. Whenever you mention Nigeria, you throw your brain away, you bring lie and put in position. You cannot be talking about Nigeria and you are speaking the truth. It is impossible. It is impossible to defend Nigeria and stand Nigeria and speak the truth. I want you to listen to Buba Galadima and listen to his answers.
Job, I suggested they bring in mercenaries to sort out the country. If they can't bring in mercenary, let them ask Britain to come back and colonize us.
To colonize us, going back to 60
you don't know elder statesman Samu Mbakwe before his death. That's his suggestion. And I supported him then.
So you prefer for us to go back to
Of course, now days? They can sanitize the country, put us on the rule of law.
He's saying that British should come back and recolonize Nigeria again. That is his own solution. You see, when he talk, he is literally telling you that there is no solution to save Nigeria. That is what he's saying. What this man means in this very what he's saying now on national TV is that there is no remedy to the situation of Nigeria. That is what he means. So in case you don't understand him, when you hear him say, bring British to recolonize Nigeria again and put them on the right path before they can forge ahead, what he's telling you that Nigeria is irredeemable. You know, when we say it in ABC. We don't try to put it in a way that you begin to look for the 1+1 of it and begin to dissect it. We say it the way it is. But for them, when they come, they push all the lies and blanket it one thing. You have to unfold it by yourself to get the truth. What this man is literally saying is that Nigeria is irredeemable.
And teach us democracy and good governance and stop corruption.
But you know the presidency cannot do this alone. The lawmakers, the presidency cannot do this alone. What about the lawmakers? What about the government?
No, forget about the judiciary, forget about the legislature, forget about the presidency. You, what's your priority in life?
My priority is to have peaceful environment.
So, does it matter
that I can go out tomorrow and not look my back or be suspecting my next door neighbor?
Does it matter whether it is a blue man or a black man or a yellow man that brings that peace to you and put food on the table? I'm a very patriotic person. Mm-hmm. That's why I have the guts to say this. You know that those in authority wouldn't like my guts. But they should be pleased, they should be happy that somebody can stand up and tell them what they need to do or what they are not doing and they should do. At the rate we are going, if the bandits have a communication among themselves, they can take over Abuja. If 500 motorcycles, 33 bandits on each motorcycle from Lokoja, from Kaduna, and from Kefi, which military man will stop here to save you? Sheikh Gumi? I hope you know that Gumi was a soldier. You know? He was a captain or a major in the Nigerian army.
He can play a vital role to help out.
To help what?
Can he?
To help what? Who?
To help Nigerian government, of course.
Is Nigerian government interested in bringing peace? They don't need a Gumi. They should know what to do.
So you think Gumi is doing the right thing?
They don't need a Gumi. They know what to do. They don't want to do that because that doesn't bring money into the pocket.
Because he's still talking about negotiation. No.
You see, I think I better educate Nigerians. Even if we go to war, the end product is that we finish it on the table. But you have to put as much pressure as Trump is now putting on Nigeria to extract from the opponent. So, Gumi is a patriotic Nigerian who has a view. It may not resonate with me or you, but he remains a Nigerian with an alternative view to that of government. And let me tell you, if you are looking for the truth, ask your enemy or your opponent. Because from your sycophants and bootlickers, you will never get the truth. So it's fine.
You see, when this man was asked about Gumi, you see how he responded. That is one thing with the northern people. The northerners will never blame themselves. When it comes to blame, northerners are master in that. You can never see a northerner coming to national television to blame a fellow northerner. They will never. A northerner will never blame a fellow Northerner in national TV. No matter what you say. When he was asked about Gumi, you saw what he said. You see the way he responded. You see the way he responded. So these are Northerners for you. For them. They are not like you. And the earlier we begin to realize and know that these people have their own way of doing their things, and they are unapologetic about that, you understand that the double standard in Nigeria will never, ever, ever stop. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you say it. It will never stop. The only alternative remains for people to go their separate ways, pursue their career the way they want it, and do what they have to do. The same Gumi, he was asked a question about Gumi now. You see what he responded? Then let me bring another one where somebody was speaking about that Gumi, calling for his arrest.
Long time ago. I don't know why President Tinubu is serious about this insecurity. Gumi should be arrested. The ACF, the Area Community Forum chairman, or whoever is acting, or whoever that spoke and not supported that motion some few days ago, that amnesty should be given to bandit. That Paul, I am a victim of these monsters. As I speak to you, no single house is standing in my village in Kogi State. As I speak to you, my house was burned down to zero, burned to ashes. My uncles, at least 6 members of my family, were beheaded in a broad daylight by this monster to be given amnesty. Are we joking? Are we playing on our collective intelligence? And these people, their brain working. Is federal government not saying these people to be arrested, that they are the reason for insecurity? What are they fighting for? Fighting to take my land and my village? I should be compensated by the government. Oh, come on. You see, let's grow above this wickedness. And I don't. The DSS are still waiting without inviting and arrest this man. There should be anybody that all for amnesty, for bandit, for terrorists should be arrested.
That is the view from the southern part of Nigeria. But when you come to the north, it's a different view in the same country. 2 different laws applied. So when we come online and we say, create countries according to value system, we are not saying it out of hatred. We are not saying it out of pride. We are saying to save life, because that is the only solution. The North will never change in their system they are playing. They are not ready to bargain anything. It is either their way or no way. So the only way to have peace is to draw the boundary, let them know their limitations, create their caliphate among those of them that appreciate their caliphate and enjoy it for as long as it will last. Allow the Southeast to go and enjoy their secular system. Allow the Southwest to go and allow the Middle Belt to go their separate ways. This is the only genuine call that I will hear, and I know that the world are ready to do something. The United States should step it up. You don't need to put your boot on the ground. You don't even need to spend your resources. Put in the word. Peacefully, let there be a disintegration of that zoological republic. It is not an experiment. It has been done in the America, done in Europe, done in Asia, and it works perfectly well. There is no reason it will not work in Africa. Do the right thing and have your peace. You're welcome, my brother Christian. Thank you for joining.
Altus, morning, Deo.
You're welcome, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, so is there any topical headline or just generally? Can I talk generally? I mean,
go ahead and talk.
Okay. Well, the thing that comes to mind is the fact that the enemy, you can clearly see that the complexity, how complex the entity called Nigeria is. Different people, different region with their different selfish interest and agenda, and it's playing out. So then it's left for every individual or group to figure out where they fit in, where their own interest lies, because you have to do it for yourself at the end of the day. Nobody's going to do it for you. If you don't do it for yourself, nobody's going to do it for you. You have to know where it pains you and where you want it resolved. You know, my observation for some time now is the number of Yorubas. Again, not all, but we always have to pick out the issues where they are, you know. There's one they call Tunde Bakare, a pastor, and there's another one too, Femi something, another pastor, and there's some couple, and these are more or less prominent individuals who are coming out to say that America, they just want to destroy Nigeria and take our resources, blah, 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 blah. And there are some who are saying, leave us alone, you know, that America should leave them alone. Now, so that is where the issue comes in, because if I have to take them one by one, you score that some of them, they're saying, leave us alone. Who are the us are they talking about? Or like the Bakara who is saying that America just want to come and destroy Nigeria and take their resources. Well, the point is, I don't care what you think is on you, it's up to you. But for us, as Ndibo, as Biafran, we want out, pure and simple. Because you know why I'm saying it, and it's from different angles now I'm coming. This Bakare is, Tunde Bakare is one of the first people who came out to say that Ndibo, that there's cause on Ndibo. He said it. Now, but the same people, they won't want you to leave Nigeria. They don't want us, Biafrans, to leave Nigeria. So that when we leave, then we can now look and see who is caused and who is not caused. Then we can now look to see who is doing well and who is not doing well. But you know what? They know what they are doing. It's just all part of the game. They leave us alone, they say America, so that they keep us all in it while they conspire to stifle, to marginalize Ndibo. That is what is going on. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you come up to say. I'm just telling you my own version, how I look at it, and I know that it's a fact. Because I have never been sure to say that the Yorubas and the Northern Fulanis, they've been in this cahoot for years and decades. You have to be the most stupid human being as a Biafran not to know this. That is what it's all about. The NPA, Nigerian Post Authority, they are trying to build Warri Wharf now so that seaport, so that they can decongest Lagos. This governor of Lagos State, Baba Jide something, they are kicking against it, and they now employed Tinubu to come into it. You know how Nigerian system works. That Tinubu, the ultimate power rests with him. If he wants to do it, he will do it. If he doesn't want, he can find other excuses and reasons. He doesn't want, because they know what they are benefiting by everything being in Lagos. So the revenue they are generating from mostly in the Igbo, who are the importers and the, they don't want to leave that alone. That is the rip-off of Ndibo. They don't want it to go to Biafra land anywhere but to be there. And the same people will turn around and make you a second-class citizen and tell you where you can vote, where you cannot vote. And tell you that you have to be in the country. Why they subjugate you, remove the names of Igbo people in the place. They are removing it, replacing it with Yoruba name. So what is going on here? This is the question people should be asking. As we speak now, Tinubu has to dive into it and make a decision, and we know that whatever he decides goes. So is that revenue that is building Lagos? They will come and tell you that Lagos generates the highest revenue, 3 trillion, blah, 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 blah. From where is it coming? It's coming from people who are not even from there, who has been made with no choice than to live there, relocate, to get nearness to the international airport and the seaport. These things are happening. Koro. Nobody is speaking for us. We know that, but we have to keep speaking. But that is just the fact. How can that be happening You want to decongest Lagos seaport, and you want people to go back to their place, like they are saying, go back to your region, develop your place. Yet you are depriving them the opportunity to develop, to stay in their place, to build. So this one who is saying America should leave us alone, really? So that is like some giant holding a puppy down, and another giant come to rescue the puppy, and you are telling the giant, no, leave me alone, leave me alone. How can he leave you alone? He cannot leave you alone, because you are not leaving the puppy alone. You have to leave the puppy. If you want them to leave you alone, then you leave the puppy. Then they will leave you alone. What do we have with these people? Absolutely nothing. I see the video of one Olu Jumoka something, you know. So you discover that, why are they trying to become a hindrance? Why are these individuals? I know that some of our Igbo people, I understand they do that too, okay? But for an outsider, why don't you mind your business? That is my question. You should mind your own business. Stop being a hindrance to people who wants to be free. You can remain in Nigeria. That is so this is the thing that is sad, because like I said, we don't have people speaking for us. That is why when you see everything that the US is doing, they pinpoint the condition that they want Nigeria to meet, the release of Sunday Jackson and the disarm of the Fulanis and some other, you know. But at the end of the day, we have to be pushing for our own self-interest, because we know that these people trying to keep us in Nigeria is for them to keep us perpetually in a bondage, in a marginalized position where we cannot say anything or do anything. Look at the Sokoto, Satan of Sokoto, coming around to boast of how he will release Nnamdi Kanu. So you are really what? Oh my goodness! So they handed Turubu and his Yoruba government handed Nnamdi Kanu over to Sokoto Caliphate so that they can squeeze him and pressurize him, whatever means, for him to denounce Biafra. That is everything they are doing, including the governors in our place too. All these politicians, they are all in it. You know, so my brother, it's a very, very, very unfortunate situation. But we will not give up, because Nnamdi Kanu will never give up. They've tried everything. They practically, well, Shore came out recently to say it, how they approached him, you know, to go and convince Nnamdi Kanu to drop Biafra. They will give him this, they will give him heaven and earth. Well, for somebody like me, it's not new. From day one, I've known that this Nnamdi Kanu whom I have known, never. I've been singing this song from the very day he was kidnapped. There's a sister here in Leicester. I told her, I said, he was praying that he will be released. I said, yeah, that's our prayer. But the thing is, on the basis of the fact that Nnamdi Kanu will never denounce Biafra, it may be difficult, but we shall see what happens. Now, everything is just out there for everybody to see. That they are not holding him. The imprisonment is not because he's guilty. No, it's because they want him to drop the Biafra actualization. So it's obvious now for everybody to see that all these people are just a bunch of evil people who will come and say this, say that. Why did he sack his lawyers? Why did he? It doesn't matter who he sack or who he doesn't sack. Their point, the objective remains the objective. That is that he has to denounce Biafra and join them to do zoo politics, Nigerian politics. We've seen this movie play out before. Ojukwu joined them, and we see how they messed him up. You will go and join Nigerian. You go and join Nigerian politics, where one Fulani guy will be the umpire, and he will rig it before the game starts. They already rig it, and they will mock you at the end. So Nnamdi Kanu is in a better position to know all this, because he knew it from day one. You know, so it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Let me just listen to you, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for your submission. It is so sad what we are seeing in the contraption called Nigeria now. The drama is just becoming so much. We are dealing with people that doesn't have conscience. Nigeria has never been one and will never be one. The more they continue to pretend that they are going to do something, the more it becomes obvious that nothing will be done. So anybody that cares about humanity on this planet Earth should join us and call for the end to that contraption called Nigeria. That is the only way to go. It's either you end Nigeria or Nigeria will end you. If we don't end Nigeria, Nigeria will end every entity, every tribe, every group that is under it. It will end it. So when we talk about ending Nigeria, it is not just something that is being said out of hate. It is to save humanity. And if we want to save humanity, there are certain things that we must be able to put in place at this particular point in time. It is very, very serious. It's a very serious issue that we must pay attention to.
Mazi,
yeah, go on.
Okay, so I was gonna say that there's two sisters that I've seen. One was completely a nuisance. I don't know if she's in the UK or somewhere. Who was saying that she was just saying a bunch of stuff. You probably have seen the video that Nnamdi Kanu should go about the actualization of Biafra the right way, blah blah blah. That you have to go about, and she said a lot of things that I'm not interested in going into. He said that this has been killed, that has been killed. Nnamdi Kanu has never been seen with any weapon in his hand. So that is one thing. But the most important thing, because that video was played by the usually the Ruben Efes Abati, those are the kind of video they like to play and talk about,
Yeah.
And I'm like, now, in UK here, I was here in the UK in 2016 when the people were agitating to go out of European Union. But before then, the agitation has been going on quite all right. The likes of the Nigel Farage and so many others, they were in different, point of view when it comes to that. And I was like, but again, because we think the way we think logically, some of these evil people, for whatever reason, they don't think logically. So, because the young lady said that it's not every Igbo person that want Biafra, she said. Okay, what do? You put it to the test. That is what normal people, in a normal society, this is what you do. Because like I said, when Scotland was trying to leave United Kingdom, it's been going on, and they said, okay, let's put it to the test. Let's see. What is the point trying to make blind argument? The lady says so, and Ruben Efes Abati, they pick it up to say that we know that it's not all Igbos, that blah, blah, blah. Okay, call for referendum. It's as simple as that. Lady Igbos, Lady Biafrans have referendum. So if they lose, that is it. But they will not say that. You see that angle? They won't go there. They won't go there. So this is what I do not understand. How black people can continue to live like lower than animal, and they think it's okay to continue to live like that. It just baffles me, my brother. How do you?
Yeah, I've seen the video. I think I talked about that video on my other program. I spoke on that video the other day. Those are the kind of things you see. Those are the kind of nonsense you see on the media. And that is what Nigerian media promotes.
Yeah.
We were all here when an interview was granted to a man who exposed Nigerian government and all their evil, a security man, an insider with facts and figures. None of them showed it. They didn't pay attention to it. But when they saw the one they're going to use as a propaganda,
yeah,
even though they know that everything that lady is talking is absolutely nonsense, rubbish. She wasn't making any sense in what she was doing, talking. She never made any sense in every noise she made. She just did what they paid her to do. And it is sad. It is sad that some of our people are still descending so low. Some of us are still in a time where the northern region is advocating for terrorists.
Unbelievable.
The northern region. Before we thought it was only Shegumi.
All of them.
Shegumi was their frontline man. They used him to introduce that, and they thought it was. Today, the whole northern forum have come together and they issue a statement.
Prachus, have I not been saying it? I said they are all in it, from A to Z. The Dangotes of this world, all of them, El-Rufai, Sanusi.
The Forum have issued a statement in support of what Shigumi is talking about.
Okay.
Right.
I'm Buba Galadima.
That has become clear. But what do you see in our own side?
Backstabbing.
What is bunch of idiots who claim
backstabbing
to know when they don't know anything. People who have empty brain, they claim to know, but they don't know anything. Anything.
Buba Galadima.
Go to the national media, you will never see any northerner blaming Gumi.
Yeah.
You can never see any northerner on national TV blaming Gumi. It will never happen. Even on social media. The only ones that blame Gumi on social media, you know that they are Christians. The Christian from
Middle Beltans, yeah. Mm-hmm. He called Gumi a patriot. I had him call him before I came in. Galadima said that Gumi is a patriot, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that?
You can never see any northerner going against their own. They don't do it. It doesn't matter what they do. You had it in the audio of Shetima. Shetima said even if you see a northerner cut one leg and eat it fresh, he will not talk against it.
Yeah.
But what do you see in our side? Our own side is that everybody is busy trying to show himself and show his muscle. We are busy attacking our own. We are the one that win. Look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Every one of them accepted that verdict. Every politician, even though they know that the verdict is false, is built on falsehood.
All of them.
Not supposed to stand.
Yeah.
None of them was able to stand and make a strong statement against that pronouncement of that judgment. No single person from A to Z. Even though they know that that judgment was built on nothing. It was built on nothing. Today, every one of them accept that judgment and they go and what they're asking is pardon. They take Sokoto as a pilgrimage ground now. Sokoto is not a pilgrimage ground for their political gain and political whatever.
Yeah. Hey God.
It is very sad. It is very sad. You're welcome, Greg. Unmute yourself and speak to us. Are you there, Greg? If you're there, unmute yourself.
Yeah, Mazi. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Chris.
Morning, my brother.
Yeah. Yeah, Mazi Choose. Thank you for the opportunity this morning. I greet the Biafrans the way, meaning Biafrans, those who are eager to go home, those that really want to be free. I greet them this morning, 2nd of December. We thank God for our life. We are in the new month, greeting the Most High for our lives and the life of our families, especially our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the hand of the evil lions, and Simon Ekpa. We thank God for them, that God is still sustaining them, undermining what they are going through. They still stand on what they believe. What they believe is freedom. Freedom for A and freedom for B. They're not just looking for freedom for only their family or for their friends or for their community, but for the whole being that live in that evil land. That is what whom they are suffering for. So we continue our prayer that God will strengthen them, give them health more. Health is life, health is wealth, health is freedom. So our life, that God will sustain them, make them fit, no matter wherever they are. That the hand of God will be upon their life and strengthen them healthily, physically, and more spiritually, that they will overcome all the evil plan of the enemies. That is our prayer for them this new month. and for all the Biafrans, especially again the Biafra government, that God will strengthen them, give them wisdom, more wisdom to tackle what is ahead, and protect them from the hands of the people who don't want freedom, who fight against what they do every day, what Biafrans are doing to get free. That God will be on the forefront to fight the battle, and the victory is our own at the end. So we thank him and we commit all unto the hand of the Most High this morning. Yes, Mazi, I have to start with the first video you played concerning the defense minister. I think I read yesterday that he's resigned. I don't know if that is true or not.
The defense US told them that he must resign before they can be able to do anything with them.
So, okay. That is the reason. But him resigning for me makes no sense, because if he resigned, all his eggs, all the whole eggs he have in the military, those eggs are still there. All the vipers he have in the military, they're all still there. All the pythons he have in the military, they're all still there. All the cobras he have in the military, they're all still in Nigerian army. So if he resign, makes no sense, because he is not the problem. That is the number one. If he resign, what about Rubadu? So it makes no sense whether he's there or he's not there for America to. Any American soldier that accepts to come and work with Nigerian government, with Nigerian military, is sacrificing his life. He knows he will not come back. That is the fact. So, because they will betray them. America is supposed to know by now that what happened in Afghanistan is taking place in Nigeria. So half of the military in Nigeria today are Boko Haram. So that's why the terrorists know why they are boasting. They know where they anchor their power. So it's not just because they have good sponsors, no. But they know that the military of Nigeria has been taken over by Boko Haram. So asking the Minister for Defense to resign makes no sense. For me, I'm talking about on my own this thing. So, yes, why I want to say I just start with it is because I read that what do you call him? The Abia State Governor Oti went to Sokoto. So, my question now is, Abia State Governor went to Sokoto, but he did not go Abuja, that is closer, when the case was on seat. He did not come to that court to pressurize for justice for mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So he's now going to Sokoto to tell the Abia people and the Igbo people that I'm fighting for the freedom of mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Or I didn't like that he was jailed. So all those, his visit makes no sense. Any politician in Igbo land that went to Sokoto to see mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nobody should take them serious. No single politician, except that man that have been going there, the one that is a fair, Nkwocha, or I don't know what the senator. Yeah. Apart from that man, any other politician that is taking flight from any part of Nigeria, any part of the world, saying he's going to Sokoto to see mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nobody should take him serious. If I have access to tell mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I will tell him to ask them not to come to visit him. Because if they really want justice, if their hand is not there to jail mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will use him as a politics to negotiate. The thing they did not achieve when they were trying him, they forced the judge to jail him by all means, so that they will say, okay, we go to plead for him. We are hero now. We have released mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what they want to claim, so that people will say the Igbo politicians have done something. So we are not fool. We know all those things from the beginning. So any person, politician, that is going to Sokoto to see mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if I have access, if I am his lawyer, if I am, what do you call him, a lawyer, I will advise him not to accept any of them. Because if those people want justice for mazi Nnamdi, there is nowhere they will speak out on that judgment week. All this week, since Omoto show, take position. And so you don't want the mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Or to want mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. If you want mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, the Mba want mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, and the next time to go to Abuja and stay in that court, and they will be demanding for justice for him. There is no way the judge will go extra mile and do what is injustice against mazi Nnamdi. It's not possible. So any senator, any House of Assembly, any politician, any local government chairman, anything that called politician in Igbo land, in Biafra that is going to Sokoto to see mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that person is a hypocrite, and nobody should take him serious. That is, I'm talking about my own free will mind. That's what I think. So, because when you watch what is happening in our place, I understand, just like a whole Catholic bishop that have been going around the world talking about the genocide in Nigeria. And when a foreign government now react, want to take stand and fight for that injustice and that genocide that have been happening, especially in his own side of the world, he come out and say there is no genocide. That will show you what is happening in Nigeria and why some politicians can never come out. If a governor of a state that was a priest that can stand up and say there was no genocide, which he had been going around preaching against, that was killing in his place and genocide and all this, and now when the government stand, a foreign government say no, enough is enough, all of them turn around and become liars and deceivers. He carry his own garment, priest a garment, and he throw it on the mud, and he start lying. So that will show you the kind of evil that is in Nigeria. People don't understand there is nothing to compare. Because sometimes when the Christian says, he says, even Ekwensu is better than them. If there is any more word to explain the kind of evil, the kind of what is happening in that country, is go beyond the Ekwensu. I'm telling you. Because, like, just imagine now, how would the international community see that country? When a priest as a governor come out and tell you that there is no genocide. When a bishop come out and tell you there is no genocide, he say even if they kill 10 million people, that doesn't amount it to be genocide. So I don't know how many people they're supposed to call or supposed to kill before a bishop will recognize that have been a genocide. I don't know the tribe they will kill before he will know that it's a genocide. I don't know the kind of religion they will kill before a bishop will say there is a genocide. So imagining how the kind of saw he put in the heart of Christianity. These are the people that Christ said, if any one of you can, because of me, if any one of you will make any of these little children to lose his faith in me, He said, cause. It's better for that pastor, that priest, that bishop not be born. It's better to tie him a rope with a stone and throw him into the sea than for him to make all these little children to lose faith in God. That is what these priests and bishops are doing. So, my brother, what is happening in our place is something that we don't know how to describe it. Imagine where people are supposed to be crying out for people to come and help them in their region, in their place, that this is what is happening. And there's somebody that's supposed to be on the forefront say nothing is happening. It means you give more extra power to that terrorist. So that when those people who are supposed to come and help you, when they look outside world or look to the other side, then the enemy will swallow you totally, because you have deceived the people who are supposed to come and help you to come out from those problems. And that is what Soludo and every Eastern governor is doing today. So our people must understand it. What these people are doing, just like that's a little idiot girl that that Brother Christian was talking about. Is saying that had it been any part of the world where people have been fighting for something and everybody agree on it? As Trump is ruling America, is it everybody voting Trump that want Trump to be president? The Tinubu is sitting in Nassau. That idiot was talking. Did he want Tinubu to sit there and become Nigerian president before he become president? How many people voted Tinubu in? And he's still his person ruling Nigeria today. The country where that useless girl is living, how many people voted the president or the prime minister? Is it everybody in the UK or in any that country where that idiot is living that voted the leader of that country before he began to lead them? So when all these kind of useless people come out and start talking, I don't take them serious. But what brings all those things is because of the useless media. The useless girl that called herself Ojope and the Ruben Abata or whatever, who come to the national television and lie against the killing of two priests that it was killed by IPOB. Thank God that the Nsukka Parish bring out wrote that memo and analyze how those priests were killed and how they died. Nobody have ever raised any issue accusing any Igbo person for the killing of that priest. Even to today, according to the bishop, say that to today, the security have not pointed any hand. They still say they did not find any killer. And the other priest was died out of his own sickness. And somebody come up on the television and start talking about the IPOB kill those people. These are the kind of television.
That is how evil. That is how evil this will are. Very evil media.
See, so that is it. That is it. A media that go to the what do you call it? YouTube to get information. A media that go to YouTube and Facebook to get news for the 200 something million people, Nigerians. These are the kind of media that Nigeria have. So that's what do you expect? So that is what is going on in that country. So the point there is no other way. All these things they are doing is like it for me. It's too late, and now they realize that Nigeria can never be Nigeria again. It is impossible. No matter what Tinubu do, that nothing will stop Nigeria from dividing. Nothing will stop Nigeria for separating from the evil country. Nothing will stop. Biafra has gone already. So we are talking about other people. The only thing we are talking now is for the world. Our message will be, if America is serious, let America recognize Biafra. And nobody should tell me they're not getting the message. They have everything the American need. Every information America need to recognize Biafra, they have it already. Every information Europeans want, they have it already. So any person coming out to tell you they were supposed to push, the word, you cannot push somebody who doesn't want to recognize you. So the only thing is you will be doing what you're supposed to be doing until one day God will touch, we make it as they start talking about the killing of the Christians in Nigeria. That is how the Biafra own we just come up one day. So every information and every push and every senator in America, they all have information about Biafra and what we have been going through since Nigeria, amalgamation of Nigeria. They know everything. Till today, they knew everything. They know the suffering of mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They know the suffering of Simon Ekpa. They know the destruction of businesses of Igbos in every part of Nigeria. They know the killings of Christians in every part of Nigeria. They know the Christians, that the heart of Christian in Nigeria is the Igbo people. And if you go in any Christian house and you kill person, anybody in that Christian house, in Nigeria, whether in Sokoto, whether in any Kafanchan, in any part of Nigeria, and you go there and you kill 100 Christians, 60 or 70 is Igbo people. So America is aware of those things. And the extrajudicial killings that is happening in Igbo land, America is aware. They have all this information. So any person is thinking that nobody is talking, people talk, but they choose the one they want to choose, and the one they want to act on. So they have it. But heaven, God will push them. God will push them more harder. God will push them more. They will be forced to talk about Biafra. They have no option because it will hurt America as well, and it will hurt Europe. If they refuse to stand up for Biafra, they will suffer more than the Biafrans. Go and mark it. So it is not just begging them. It is a command that America and Europe must recognize Biafra for them to have peace. And for peace to be in the world and in the region, they have no option. The more they delay recognizing Biafra to bring peace in the world and in the whole Africa, the earlier they know it, the more better for them. So if they continue looking for oil and gas, that is, the Biafrans are not even interested because we have not been getting anything about the oil and gas. So if they want to take the oil and gas free, what we are asking is freedom. So we have not been benefiting from the oil and gas. So why must we be dying for oil and gas that we have not been benefiting? No single Igbo man gets rich because oil and gas. He gets rich because of his sweat. And God bless all those ones that get rich in America, did they get rich because oil and gas? Those ones in Britain that are rich, are they rich because of oil and gas? Those ones in every part of Europe and every part of the whole world, did they get rich because of oil and gas? No. It is a God-given gift that he gave to the people. Yes.
Greg, if you don't mind, can I ask you a question?
Yes, do.
Yeah, what you just said, don't you think that would be my voice, the echo? So
I'm hearing you.
Okay, don't you think that what you just said would be a contradiction from what Mike Arnold said, that we are not doing anything at the corridor of power in the United States? Don't you think so? That it would be a contradiction?
That Hello? We are not doing anything. He said that it will not be a condition that Mark Arnold said that we are not doing anything in corridor of power.
Yeah, I said that because you said, the things you said about push or no push or advocacy or something like that. So I said that don't you think it will be a contradiction? Because Mike Arnold is somebody who is into it. He knows about Biafra, he knows our pain and what we are going through. And I saw it. I saw what he wrote, that we don't have people, nobody is making enough noise to gain the attention of the authorities. So based off what you just said, I say, so that means it's a contradiction, because that means it's a lie, I mean, I just want you to, what you think about it, I mean.
Yeah, number one, Mark Arnold himself, no Biafra called him or do anything, go to him specially before he knew the information about Biafra. He knew it very well. At least he did not say that he was lobbied or lobbied contacted him. That's number one. Number two, the person who chaired this congressional this thing in the Senate, this Smith, Chris Smith. Chris Smith have every information about what is going on in Nigeria. Everything that he's supposed to know about Biafra, he has aware of it. So if somebody is telling you that nobody is making noise in the crowd, but that is not true. It's absolutely not true. Chris Smith was the person, he is the person who has been campaigning for Biafra, telling you that the Biafra is the first place that the democracy come out. He has been fighting for Biafra. So now that all these things is coming out, is he not aware? The man who is the lady that is the chief of armed staff, who was the first lobbyist of mazi Nnamdi Kanu before. So which kind of noise do you want people to go and make again? Are we, if it is make a noise of bribe, then we will know if America don't take bribes. Or you want those people to go and see Trump in his house before they will know. Trump is aware of everything. So if any person telling you that making noise in the power is not true, I do not believe it. So the thing there is, let them make it their own priority.
Hold on,
so,
Greg. On that very issue, when we talk about the issue of not doing enough or not going to the corridor of powers, it is a fact that is undeniable. And I want to explain it to you. Maybe you don't understand it. Did you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was in charge of this very struggle, doing everything he did, wrote to United Nations, contacted the US, had some people who claimed to be lobbyists and all whatnot. But with all those things that we did, with all the protests and all the information that was in the Human Rights and United Nations, when Mazi Simon Ekpa came in power, a lobby was employed. Those lobby ongoing, the people they met said that nobody has officially come on behalf of Biafra. It is a different thing to make noise on the line, online, and talk about the issue of Biafra, complain about the problem. It's a different thing that something is happening, they know about it. But there is something called official report demand, demand. United States cannot come and fight for you just because you're making noise on the air.
Yeah.
Or just because you're talking about Biafra. It's just like this issue of the Christian genocide. There were Christians of Nigerian origin that went in particular to their own lawmakers, complained, and they followed up. And we saw them being invited and interrogated.
Exactly.
And when they were making this case, you saw that guy from Yalawata, when he was explaining, he said that United States is not coming because they wish to come. They are coming based on the complaint led and followed up by the citizens of Nigeria. So when somebody is telling you that you don't do enough, it doesn't mean that you are not talking. It doesn't mean that, but following the official way to go and lay a formal complaint about what you want and what you need. This is something we are lacking. When Mazi Simon Ekpa said that these people claim that they have not had any official report about Biafra. Officially, he said he himself was surprised. But the statement there is official. It doesn't matter that you are making noise on the line. Mute yourself.
Why?
So it doesn't matter whether you are making noise online or you're not making noise online or you are talking or not talking. It must be officially put in place
that look at what you're pursuing, you make that official report, you follow it up.
Then you'll be invited at some point to come and testify.
You follow it up, and you'll be invited to come and speak.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That is how it is done. That is how it's done. Man, Simon by himself complained of this on his own time. So when we say people are not doing enough, it doesn't mean that people are not talking. We are not talking, but we have to follow the procedure on how things are done.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to come and fight for you simply because he heard that you are speaking. Simply because he heard that you are speaking. Or simply because you are. There must have to be an official report have been put in place officially before somebody can come and now stand on your behalf and fight and say, I'm making a case based on this very information that you got. You will not say you just saw something, somebody saying something online. There must be an official report have been presented.
Because
on that aspect, we have not done enough to be on that. We have not done enough.
Can I respond?
Let me add one thing so that you can respond.
Wait, hold on, I will mute you. Your background is making noise. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, Brother Greg, what I'm trying to add to it is that from the various meetings we've seen so far for the past, I guess, 2 to 3 weeks, being held in the U.S. Congress and other places, if we have had people who make the complaint officially to the corridors of powers, somebody, it could be anybody from the Biafran CROC or USB, somebody would have been invited at some point to come and explain. That is testimony of what you are feeling, what you are going through in Nigeria. Because the genocide is forced on Biafrans before even the Middle Belters who just cried, and they heard their cry, and they asked them to come and testify what happened. So my point is that we don't have, just like Brother Chu said, you can speak, you can all day, if you hear to Jericho online, that will not prompt them to come and invite you or see into it. No. But if you have a body that we go to the source, like the senators, the Congress people, knock on their door, explain to them, I don't expect much of such from Ogun Kere. He will try his best, perhaps, but I don't think he's equipped enough to go that extra mile. But I believe that we must have Biafrans who are better positioned to do that. That will be able to speak, because again, based off of that, they picked a woman who happens to be an Igbo woman, but who is missed. Her priority is not straight. She testified there because that's probably somebody they have. There's nothing wrong in people asking you, okay, what's your problem? Talk to me. I'm listening. Then from there, they will know what to do moving forward. So that's my point, personally, that we don't have that. And even Nnamdi Kanu was not in this situation. You bet he will be there, because even way back, we remember how he fought so so hard to go to the Trump's rallies. We've seen that when he took his time, energy, everything to go, because he's trying to have a breakthrough. It's called breakthrough, and he was there. The image, the picture is there for everyone to see. Whether Nnamdi Kanu, it wasn't a walk in the park to gain that place, and Simon Ekpa would have done the same too. But we understand the position these two guys they are in now. So that's my point. Thank you so much, my brother.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, number one, let me start where I stopped before. Why I said I don't believe that is this. Number one, the conspiracy against Biafra is still there. So, if the whole senators, let me finish now. When allow me to talk.
Don't water the information down. The conspiracy of Biafra is not.
Let me come. At least you guys give me a chance to allow you to hide what you said. So try to hear me out on what I want to say. So the conspiracy about Biafra is there. Nobody can say it is not true. So let me come clear to this. This very Christian genocide America is talking about, if there is no conspiracy about Biafra, there is no way by now America will not discuss something concerning Biafra. So any person that is here telling me that America need the official report, America have official report about Biafra. They have it. That is 100%. But the government choose what is priority for them. Finland, they cannot deny they don't have official report that Simon Ekpa brought to them. Finland have official report. Simon Ekpa went to their Senate, official. Went to the president's house, official. So, if Finland have all this official, Europe have this, the same information. They have every information. United Nations have every information about Biafra and everything that Nnamdi Kanu have been there with Uche before. They went there when Nnamdi Kanu have not been taken away. They went to United Nations and they presented every case, even when there was no government. So, if somebody is coming to tell me that there was no official, that person who is telling there is no of this is not even in the cabinet of any of the cabinets in the American government.
What case do you think Mazi Simon Ekpa is answering in Finland?
What?
What do you think
The case Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa presented to the Finland Senate and President is what is Biafra is going through in Biafra and why he wants to join and fight for the freedom of his people.
What case do you think he's facing in Finland?
What case he's facing in Finland?
Yes.
The case he's facing in Finland, the accusation the Nigerian government gave against him for terrorism, that is sponsoring terrorism.
And what is this case? Is it a case about Biafra?
That's what I'm saying. It's about Biafra, yeah. So what did the Finland government do about it? Did they not know that someone is not a terrorist?
Has the case ended?
If the case have ended,
yes.
Why did the Finland authority in the first place allowed his arrest in the first place? Why did Finland?
Because Nigeria is a sovereign state.
Because Nigeria is a sovereign state.
Yes.
Okay, Nigeria is a sovereign state without evidence of terrorism. Without evidence of terrorism, and you arrested somebody for 6 months. Which evidence of terrorism the Simon Ekpa committed?
The evidence
they have.
The Nigerian government gave them. What did you give them? Nigerian government gave them evidence.
Yeah. Nigerian, from where did they get evidence? From which evidence? What was the evidence they gave to them?
Greg.
What was the evidence?
Hold on, Greg. Understand a simple analysis. We are talking about the issue of Biafra, something that concerns us. Mazi Simon Ekpa picked up on Finland. Nigerian government came upon Mazi Simon Ekpa and brought some evidence that Mazi Simon Ekpa is terrorist, which we don't believe, which we know is not true. But it's evidence countering evidence. The evidence they got, they felt that they had enough evidence to prosecute Mazi Simon Ekpa, and they pronounced a gave him opportunity for an appeal. And on this appeal, the only thing Mazi Simon Ekpa is asking in that appeal is evidence. Provide evidence to show that he is not a terrorist. Provide evidence of genocide against the Biafrans.
Yeah.
It is not that the Finland don't know about this thing. They know it, but Finland will not be the one to provide this evidence for you. You have to provide it for yourself.
Yep. Okay.
You counter them.
That is good. Yeah, that's good.
Demanding now as we speak. The only thing he's demanding, calling everybody and telling you is to get evidence.
Every evidence.
Finland authorities. And once you bring enough convincing evidence against what the fake evidence that I can brought, you will be free.
Yeah.
So when we are talking about not doing enough, even in the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, we did not do enough. We didn't.
One more thing.
We didn't. When we say this thing, some people misunderstand it. Some people will just close their brain on some unnecessary things that I don't even know.
Yeah.
We are talking about our freedom. It is not about an individual or a group or a party. It is not. There are certain things we are supposed to do.
I have one question. I have a question.
Illegally. The illegal conviction of Mazi Simon Ekpa is unacceptable. Every evidence they brought is false. But Finland cannot just say, oh, it is a false evidence because we know, we were there since 1967. You have to provide evidence for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It is you that will provide evidence. We didn't do enough. That was why the evidence of Nigeria was accepted against ours. And today, as we speak, the only thing that Martin Simon Ekpa is demanding from the prison today, what he's demanding is that we should get as many evidence as possible and show to the authorities.
To counter Nigeria on.
To counter Nigeria what fake evidence they provided.
Yeah.
That is the only thing we require. And this is the same thing applicable in this issue of the United States. Things are happening. They see it every blessed day. They know about it. The information is more than enough. But until you present it as a case of your own and defend it, nobody's going to come for you.
I'm going to choose. Let me ask. Before Greg will answer you, let me add one thing also so I can answer all. Because Greg talked about conspiracy, that there's conspiracy against Biafra. That is why they don't want to talk about it. Let me tell you, Brother Greg, that there's also conspiracy in favor or against Christians in Nigeria. Did you understand that? There's a global Islamic jihadist. They're in the UN, they're in the African Union, they are everywhere. Even they are in the American government, the Democrat, the Barack Obamas of this world, they are all in favor of making Nigeria an Islamic state. So there's conspiracy, but because the Benueans, some of them, these people from Benue, some of them, they are students there. They are not even citizens, but they cry out. So in spite of the conspiracy, they cried out, they went to the Congress, they were invited because this very particular administration, this U.S. Republican administration under Trump does not agree with that conspiracy. Doesn't, because Trump is very, extraordinary. So he doesn't buy that. If he probably was Democrat, these things won't be happening. So when you say there's conspiracy against Biafra, I just want to counter it, that there are also conspiracy against the Christians in Nigeria, because we know, I saw it, not somebody told me, I saw it when they gathered that they want to make Nigeria an Islamic state. And David Cameron, former Prime Minister of Britain, proclaimed that Nigeria is an Islamic state after everything they've done, which I saw in the UK here. So in spite of that conspiracy, these people were also invited to testify about it. So that's why I said, I just want to say when you said that, because so conspiracy cannot be excused for why we don't push hard enough. You still have to push no matter the conspiracy. And if you push hard enough, tender things enough, then they will invite you to come and speak. Thank you.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you. What you said is 100% truth. But where I have problem is this. I'm not saying there is no. If you remember that when this very bishop went to America and they give this report, America did not react. It was not when he gave that information that he reacted. America did not react. It was when a non-Christian, the man that tried to start this, not even Christian. This this showman in America. That's Please. It's like you know the name of the person I'm talking about.
Yeah, Bima.
Yeah. So when this man started talking about this thing, and he went to the American public, even when they bring it to the government can play it. So when this man brought this thing to the American show, that is when the politicians picked up, because they know that the masses have started hearing it. So it's not just that they don't have the information, they have it. When the bishop gives this information, the American government did not react. So there is one thing you must understand. If somebody is coming here to tell you that they have the information they have, I'm not saying that the any person who is supposed. Let me use another example again. This what do you call him? This Australian man. This white Australian man that is coming out making all these things in the internet now, talking about Biafra. Did any person go to him and lobbied him? No. So he got the information and he started coming out to speak out for that. Understand? So if any person,
I have a problem. have a problem when you make certain example, like this man you're talking about now.
Yeah.
It's just like one time they were bringing one propaganda man, what is it called? One man in Turkey. IPOB were sharing one Turkey man. They say the Turkey man is advocating for Biafra. We are talking about reality. When it comes to the P-Man show, it wasn't that P-Man said it. This information is already on the Trump table. Even before P-Man got into it. People are writing already. Go and follow the platform of this guy from Yolwata and know when he started making that move. Consistency is the key. There is conspiracy. Nobody is going to deny there is no conspiracy. There is. But consistency, you remain consistent. A time will come when somebody who cannot be able to be silent will come on board and he will follow it up. So when we make all these examples, we're not going to forget about propaganda people. Like this man, you're giving an example. I see that man as a propagandist. There is no serious lawmaker or anybody that will come online every day to begin to do that nonsense he's doing. Nobody's going to do that. There was a time IPOB had that kind of a man from Turkey. Every time he come online, he say he's advocating for Biafra. Where is he now? When we are talking about the reality, how to make this working, forget about all these propagandists everywhere. And when we talk about this, making our point hard, I'm not targeting it at anybody. Any institution, including AVID, even my mind is much focusing on AVID. My mind is much focused on AVID, Biafran veterans of the United States. They are not even doing enough. These people are supposed to be on the front line. You don't get, you say today, you say, okay, I've said it before. I don't have to say it. Oh, there's a conspiracy against us because I will not go. They didn't call me. You press on. You need to press on to make these things happen. You press on. Just like the true example, like the case of Master Simon Eber. We didn't do enough, and that is why what happened. Today, he is crying for that same evidence today. We cannot just say because, okay, they will not accept. It is conspiracy. You push and push and push. By the grace of God, one day, somebody who will not keep silent will come. Just like the parable in the Bible, when they gave a man who was disturbing a king, disturbing the state, and gave the king silver snake. The king has no choice than to answer him. This is our situation. So when we are talking about pressing on, everybody, wherever you are, continue to press on individually, collectively on your own aspect. We don't just have to go to bed and say, oh, there is conspiracy. Oh, because this one is doing this one, it doesn't work. Because this one did this, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. No respect, people who can go officially, continue to go submit your applications as many as you can. Even in order seeking of job, you submit application if you need a job. As many times as if they reject you, you go back again and again and again.
Yeah.
That is how this works. It will not do us for any good if we continue to excuse ourselves. We continue to see reasons and excuses why we wouldn't do certain things. We continue to give excuses why we wouldn't do that. People have done it, they have done it. And so, even if every other person have done it and failed, it might be yours that will be accepted.
Yeah.
It might just be yours that will be accepted. I don't like it when we begin to give excuses. It doesn't help us. It doesn't all go well for us at all.
You know that even Susan, even that lady that owns that lobbyist company, okay, she worked briefly with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and she just so happens to be somebody, you can say right hand woman, should I say, to Donald Trump right now. But at the same time, if there's no clamor anymore, if there's no that
if there is no official request, she can never assume.
Yeah, she will assume. She will think that maybe things are working out for us. That you know what I mean.
If she knows that things are not working up well, it is not her duty to call it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now, that she will assume that because it's your duty, who wants it, you know? The person when they stuff like that. So even though she's at the corridor of power, because she's somebody who will talk to Trump will listen. Trump may know about Biafra, but it's not enough. You have to show that you really, really want it. Then she will be able to tender that part of this Christian genocide is affiliated. They is just the same, more or less, with what has been going on for decades with Biafrans, and that this is how things has happened. You know, so it's not like we're just making these things like either a suggestion or advice, so that other people, including the Igbo, Biafran soldiers in America, anybody who hears, they can, because no man is an island when it comes to knowledge or ideas and stuff like that. So that's why we are saying what we are saying. It's not born out of attack on anybody, but people who can, the idea already. So that is the thing, because we know now, it's been confirmed that this Susan, I think Susan something, I've forgotten the other, either the surname, she worked for Nnamdi Kanu, so she's aware. But at the same time,
you see, for the fact that even that woman has worked for IPO before, she will never mention it, because it will be seen as an interest, that she has an interest in it.
Yeah, that is called conflict of interest. Yeah,
exactly, conflict of interest.
Yeah,
she will never mention it. It will only be advantage for you when you mention it, and it happens in the time. If it comes to her table, she knows what to say and how to address it.
Exactly, but she will never raise it, because it will be conflict of, and that would be a problem. Yes, because she's a very prominent person in administration as we speak. Very, very chief of staff. You see how prominent she is. Look at now, even though we know that Nigeria doesn't obey any law, they don't obey their own laws, But Mahmoud, is it Mahmoud, the one who rigged the election for Tinubu? They've just putting his name on the ambassadorial list, right? So, but people are saying that it's also conflict of interest. So that, in other words, he came in there and rigged Tinubu in, and now Tinubu is rewarding him. But that's what Nigeria is all about. All the people who are being propagating, lying on their behalf, they are rewarding them. Rain or mockeries of this world, FFK, and so many of them. So that is the situation, Brother Greg. So we have to call a spade a spade. That is what it's all about. Thank you.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you. The point I'm trying to make here is this: when somebody is different from when you say our people have to try to push more, and when you say our people are not doing enough. So, and whatever they are doing, don't expect them. They will call you every day and they will come on telephone and say, Chris, this is where we go today, so for you to believe what they're doing. So what you will do is to encourage those people, let them continue pushing. But when you say they're not doing enough, it's discouraging. It's very, very discouraging. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So if someone is here telling me that any person who is fighting for this freedom is not making enough, because this is a responsibility for every single person, me and you. It means we are not doing enough, not they are not doing enough.
Yeah, but you.
So this is the point. This is the point I mean, because if I am in a position, or if I have the contact, because this is a matter of contact.
Exactly.
It's a matter of contact. So you would use yourself as an example. Which contact do you have in the area where you're living? Which impact are you making? So it's not a matter of these are the people who are supposed to do it. No, everybody's supposed to do it. Everybody's supposed to do it. Both you in your area, how many chairman of the local government or to the governor of this have you forced yourself to make, or even the secretary of any of those offices, have you forced yourself to make sure that he is aware of what is happening in your community? So it is the responsibility of me, the lowest person to the highest person in the Biafra struggle. So not that they're not doing enough. They're not doing enough. It's the responsibility for every single Biafran. So we should stop trying to look for people to lay blame upon. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Great.
Yeah. Greg, as long as you continue on that direction you're going, you're just deceiving yourself.
Denial. Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you, it doesn't matter how you deceive yourself. People are not dumb. People are not dumb. People are not dumb. When things are being done and it's not done the right way, people know. When we speak the way we speak, we know where we speak the way we speak. So you can continue to run around this. If you see somebody holding a government or a group of people accountable as an attack, it is up to you. When you see people holding, people cannot hold people accountable. If you now say that a body that is people are supposed to go as a body to do what they're supposed to, who are claiming to be something, go and do something, it becomes an offense. It is up to you. That will not stop people from speaking. It will never stop people from speaking. You can call it whatever. You can continue to paint it in the way you can to paint it and derive it the way you want to derive it. Everybody have their role.
Yeah.
Everybody have their role to play. And for you to sit back and say you don't know whether somebody is doing something, or when you are doing something, even a deaf and dumb man will know.
It shows. It shows. And deaf and
dumb will know. I have stopped talking about this kind of topic for later because it gets me angry. It gets me angry because when we talk, people that doesn't even know the ABC of what is happening, we come and argue with you. I have stopped talking about these issues. Because when I speak here, I don't speak based on a hearsay. This is an environment where I am. I know the environment I am. I know the environment I have been. I know the meetings I have attended. When I speak, I don't speak as a novice. So for somebody to come and tell me, you don't know whether they are doing it or not, you don't know what others are doing, you don't know what others are doing. What nonsense is the others doing? What is that secret you are doing? You are holding that nobody knows. When somebody talk about people being serious to get their job, encourage people to do something. Nothing is too small, nothing is too much to do, as long as you're fighting for your freedom. But for you to try to shut down everybody, nobody must talk because you're an alpha and omega. Nobody must speak because the word must end in your mouth. What kind of a thing is that? That people will not air their opinion. Everybody should not keep silent. I try as much as possible to deviate from those topics and create my topic. But each time I deviate from it, it is you people that will come and bring those topics. You drive and bring those topics. And even when you want to allow people to discuss it, when people discuss it, you get angry and you begin to talk on different English. You begin to play it down.
You took it from my mouth, Brachus. I was going to say that this topic, for me personally, I've moved beyond it because I've seen enough to know what's going on. But it's Brad Greg who came and began to talk about saying that people will say that they are not pushing enough. He's
always fond of doing that. When I come and create my topic, maybe I make a program. After making a program, he will just pick a point in it and speak on it, which is not normal. It's not nice. I try as much as possible to avoid all this and go in certain directions.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to do anything you want to do, go ahead and do what you want to do.
Exactly. For me too. Yeah.
When I do my program here, wherever you come from, if you like, come from hell and preach your devil. I don't care. I give you a platform. That doesn't mean that you are talking on my platform doesn't mean I support what you say.
Yeah.
That you speak here doesn't mean I agree with what you say. I try as much as possible to stay away from so many issues. But each time when people come, you deviate from the topic I'm discussing and you put something else. And when somebody interjects or asks a question about that, you get angry and you begin to expand it more. It is really unfair. It is really unfair. If we are not ready to confront issues, don't speak about those issues. You are not ready to confront the reality. Don't speak about it. Allow people to make their choice. That is what I do here. I speak and allow people to make their choice. But for you to come and counter or create a narrative from what I'm speaking is unacceptable. I don't accept that.
Mazi, I will always stand on my this thing. You give me your platform to say my mind, and when somebody says something that I do not believe, I will argue it. It is my right. And nobody can deny me that right. So it will be better for me that I'm not there or I'm there and somebody will deny me my right. He's not my kind of person. My brother Chris said they are not doing enough. I said I don't believe in that. So you cannot say put that narrative that I'm the person who started this argument. No. He said they are not doing. I said no. I don't believe that they are not doing enough. He said, okay, he asked me a question about Mike Arnold. I told him I don't believe that. So how do you push it now? I'm the person who started it. When he said they are not, I'm trying to put it to him and you and me that it is our responsibilities. So he's not a particular person. That is my argument here. So nobody shut me up. I don't shut somebody, but I stand on my truth.
Yeah, bro.
That is it.
It was when you, before I brought about Arnold, it was
it's a
based
priest
on...
who always brought this topic here. Anytime he comes, we say they're not doing enough. He came last time, he thought about this Igbo lady that went to the Congress.
Not doing enough.
And it's priest who always brought it. And you will leave him and start talking about me. Nobody shut me up.
When I
don't believe that people are not doing enough. So they are doing enough. So their enough will appear one day until when the things you are pushing for come out. And then we don't expect them, they will be calling your telephone, we tell you, we do this today, and we did it before you believe. No, it doesn't work like that. Simple.
Yeah, bro, Greg, when I say we are not doing enough, that was my language. I did not say you, Greg. I did not say...
You said they are not doing enough. The people who are working for us are not doing enough.
But it's you who...
We don't have anybody speaking for us. That is the language before I reacted.
But it's you who became defensive because of your own group. Hello, can you hear me, Brother Greg?
I don't have any group. I'm standing for the United States of...
So
going to pray in the language of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome back. Thank you so much for those who have been patient and following us and listening to everything that we are saying. I pray that Chukwu Kabiama will give us that knowledge and understanding to continue to do what we have to do and continue to digest information and words. The battle we are fighting is not against ourselves.
The battle we are fighting is against our enemies, the people that are holding us captive, keeping us enslaved, and fighting as much as possible to make sure they hold us in chains. That is where our focus and our battle should go. That is where we should channel our energy. Whatever is going to set us free, we must continue to pursue it. Whatever thing you know you can do to effect the freedom of the Biafran people, continue to do it in your own little way. More especially at this point in time where the insecurity of lives and property in Nigeria has gotten to the highest level, mainly of the Biafran people. It has gotten to the highest level. The insecurity has gotten to the highest level. At this point in time, every one of us must be very, very careful. If you know how you're going to protect yourself, please begin to do it now. If you know how you're going to protect your family, begin to do it now. That must be put into consideration. Life is no longer safe. More especially for those of us in Biafra land. Even if you're living abroad, you have your family back home. If your immediate family is not back home, your extended family is back home. Your friends and well-wishers are back home. We have a very, very serious issue within us, and we must continue to hold on to this very issue and hold our responsibilities. We must take responsibility for everything that we can. In everything that is happening in this struggle, every one of us must take responsibility. Think of what you can do. Think of what you can do to make things work. Think of what you can do to change the situation. Think of what you can do to make our voice heard. The battle we are up against is both physical and spiritual. It is not a child's play. It is both spiritual and physical battle. So you must get yourself prepared. The pursuit for freedom is not a walk in the park. It is not a walk in the park. It comes with a lot of responsibilities. It comes with a lot of challenges, even sometimes at the cost of your life. That is how serious it is. So whenever we talk about the issue of Biafra, if you are taking it as a joke, or you are taking it with a pinch of salt, you better stop that. Many people have lost their life in this journey. It is a matter of life and death. Many of us are risking every single thing. Many of us cannot even step our foot in that zoological republic now. Many of us are targets. If you are talking about Biafra for fun or to catch fun, that is not why we're here. That is not what so many of us are doing. So many of us today, our hope and faith and our future lies on whether Biafra comes or not. So when you are speaking about Biafra, you should watch your word, bite your tongue before you say a thing. Keep your sentiment aside. Whatever sentiment you have, keep it aside. There is only one thing that connects every single one of us. It is freedom. We want to be free. We want to be free. That is the only thing that connects all of us. Once you remove that question of freedom, so many of us will not even stand at the same platform, neither will we meet each other. We will never even talk. We can meet on social media, move away and go our separate ways. We won't even talk to each other. The only thing that have brought us together is this freedom we are fighting for. And let that freedom, that bringing us together, let it be on a positive note. It's bringing us together in unity to fight for our freedom, not bringing us together to fight each other, not bringing us together to hate each other, not bringing us together to expose each other to danger, not bringing us together to insult each other. It brings us together to be strong and fight against our enemies. That is why we are here. That is why we speak about Biafra on different platforms, on different places. And we must hold on that positive note. No matter what happens, no matter how hard it is. When you see the truth, take it. We cannot be busy trying to win an argument when there is a war before us. To be very shameful that each time we just get busy trying to win an argument. Meanwhile, we have a war before us that we're supposed to win. What will it profit you when you win the argument and you lose the war? We have a huge war against us that is ongoing. I pray that Chukwu Okike will give us the grace to see things the way it is. Fight the battle and win it. I'll give the mic to, I can see Oluchinwa there. Oluchinwa, take the mic and speak to us.
Okay, my brother, good morning from my side.
You're welcome.
I want to thank everyone here, even my brother Greg, who has just finished speaking and for I think other network or whatever. But Mazi, I want to say something this morning with my respect and love for your platform. And this platform, there's something you were saying about what is facing us and what all of us need to do, Mazi. I want to say something here. I am in Republic of Ireland. Mazi, I have, because you say this Biafra is all of us. Everybody, like you rightly say, have responsibility. I have gone to how many ministers here in Ireland? I have gone to minister, I named their names. I've gone to Robert Troy, he's a minister of state for finance. I've gone to, his office is close to where I live. I've gone to Justice Minister of this country, Republic of Ireland. I made this contact, and after I made it on my own, I decided to call upon the government that this is the step I have made. They said, okay, now wait, because I make this move, we are going to give you documents. And they brought documents, it's countless, like maybe 10. Some are 10 in one step, some have they brought this because you have done this. Go with this. What is this document that I went to it? It's about Biafra. It's about United States of Biafra. It's about the day Biafra was declared. It's because it's based on what is happening to our PM in Finland. All these documents, everything is there. And I went as this thing happened, and this thing was acknowledged. I have gone to the Department of Foreign Affairs, Republic of Ireland. I took documents to what many, to meet the Minister Harris. And unfortunately, they said Harris was not on seat. I now gave it to a Department of Foreign Affairs member who gave me his name and promised me that these documents I came with will land in the table of the Minister of Foreign Affairs. All these documents I went to it came from Department of Foreign Affairs, United States of Biafra. I went to the Human Rights Commission, the highest in this Republic of Ireland, with document worth 350 pages of genocide in Biafra land. I printed it colored. It cost me 185 euros to print 350 pages of documents. I landed in that office with a taxi. I handed this document over to that office. But that was the instruction given to most of us to do this, to work. Even when I want to say this after saying this, when Nnamdi Kanu was here, I don't like to say this all the time because most of you, I don't know you, you don't know me. But in freedom fighting, I have come to realize something. Anybody leading a freedom fighting for a nation, they work with diverse type of people. Some people don't even know them. Some people, they are not relevant. But in spite of the people don't know them, they still, some of them have privilege. They will sit in their home and the leaders will give them a call. I have said this countless times, but why I'm saying all this thing this morning is I saw the argument that this Biafra that we are looking for, even when Nnamdi Kanu was there, he told us, he went to Brussels. They sometimes did not even want him to come in. The moment he mentioned Biafra, everybody walk away. He was traveling then everywhere with then IPOB, going to their meetings, going to encourage people. Like what our brother said, we saw him in New York during Trump time. Simon also supported Trump. Now, when Simon came on board, my brother, Simon, even let us not just think, or like we said, what matters is what are they doing? What are we doing? This world. Well, that is one literature. It's I think it's is a selection of African poetry. It says when a stranger takes in some water, what is it called? You ask yourself, what is a strainer like? A strainer is a basket. And when he takes in some water, what is it? It's called an alliteration. Fine, but you see, if we must have a nation like we say we have, we say we have declared Biafra, United States of Biafra. When they say 29, some say second. We say 29, some say second. Fine. If this had happened, my brother, the Simon said, what is the purpose? What are we going to achieve in getting Biafra? He said, Nigeria they knows where he's heading to. Where were he heading to? He was heading to generate a document that will be put on every table. And did that happen? It did happen. Was document generated? It was generated. Now, having done this, now they are using the documents to run. If they show somebody document like these ones I have done here, before we have a government official email, the justice minister, they got back to me. They said, look, we have saw your document, but the minister will have time to make time to see you, to talk to you people, we Biafra, but they have gotten the documents. How? Because the document is meant, I think he must have read it, number one. Number two, if between all of us, me and you, even Bro Christian, I don't know if we have a mouthpiece that this person, if not, if it's only one person we gave Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, go and get it, if that he will follow you. We're obligated to go and get Biafra. Even those that in America, those that are brothers and sisters, I saw that man is a veteran. I see the way they speak in America. They go to many conferences. They go and say all manner of things. Now they are doing your own. You are in the social media. You are doing your own. But what I have come to realize in we Biafrans, if Nnamdi Kanu was there, no, my brother, everybody discarded him, both members of YPOB. Those people who kill him today, it's our brothers and sisters. But he was doing it then. They say he was not getting it right. They don't know what he's doing. We don't know what he's doing. He was going as you they don't know what. Someone came, the same topic. IPOB, instead of someone to get Biafra, say let Biafra don't come at all. They went as far as going to Finland to testify against him. They say he's not a member of IPOB. It's a vindication because already IPOB have been tagged the terrorist organization. I have said here before, did you realize why Nigeria never stopped mentioning ESN, IPOB? Because they know Hamadike is the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. So if they begin to talk about, someone said it, if they begin to talk about Biafra liberation, it means they have succumbed. So they can mention that name. So why were they doing that? They knew they wasn't going to use this to indict Nnamdi Kanu, and they did. So I want to conclude because this platform, your platform, he said when Nnamdi Kanu, he said his platform is hallowed. That's the way he referenced IPOB. You know, when IPOB is IPOB, but we cannot come here. I want to ask this question. This person or me or you or Bro Christian is asking to do more. What does that person have that me, I don't have? Now, I want to correct one impression, mazi. You see Gunther. It's not a propagandist or whatever. Gunther is a chairman, NATO that Finland just joined. He is the heavyweight. When you hear heavyweight of NATO, he's one of them. He's a chairman representing us as a nation. He's not a propaganda man. So these are brothers who went to meet with him. These brothers we see, Mazi or Shifopara, these are Austrian mission here, United States of Biafra, and his deputy. One of them there that is among that made this happen, Maz, let me tell you, the man is the man who built the whole Obunigbi Biafra. Austria took this man, the man on 50 years, young man now don't know how to go. Onye mere here to work, on now no Austria go, onye Biafra guy. So we want to go home. Biafra have been declared, and somebody is still hating it. That woman who Trump employed in state home security homeland. That woman was a friend also to Dr. Abeze from Georgia. Her appointment was celebrated by Abeze. That same woman. So something might be happening. We don't know. But what I'm saying is, do we want government to do more? Mazi is 100%. We want them to do more. But in asking them to do more, we also not use our hand to bring the government that we say we have done in asking them to do more. This is social media. We also are obligated to do more. Nobody say, everybody say, what Dr. Abeze is just a DPM holding brief for somebody. Batobe is coming out. And before Batobe come out, something must be put to his table. After, she's not the only one now heading Biafra. We have other governments now. 1, 2, 3, almost 4. I don't want to call their name here. We have other 4 governments who are also claiming they bring in Biafra. We are only now watching. Manandi beat Ibeha. So US be more of Madi better than CRC. We are there. CRC potassium now how back our net. With Trump will hakel. We are still there. After the Oga after the so was the young way ban. Want to go home. We want to go home. All of us have job to do. So as you see me here, because of what we have learned from Mohammed, from Opatobie, even right now, let me conclude by saying something. I keep saying this all the time. Maybe this is the way God wanted. When my late wife, was even the person who pushed me to Hamadike. But I'm one of the people who read a lot about Biafra. I've read many books. I discovered that Biafra failed because of we. So I have no interest. My father also talked to me so much about why Biafra failed. I discovered it was just us. So I got almost 8 books. I read many books. I even read Why We Struck. I read many books, but I discovered in all these things, the failure of Biafra was basically we Igbos. So I was not interested. It was my wife who was pushing me every day, broadcast. She said, "Oh, come here," until I get confused. And I begin to listen to Hamadike. It did not take 1 year in Grayenti. I am in contact, and we begin to talk. A lot of people are man. When he got pata, he make a broadcast, he follow back, and he make call. I say, le. I want us to be alive. Be the same thing. Oh my God, my daughter, the constructor, Biafran play, piano here. Insend on Twitter. Oh, what the day he called me here one Sunday. Why? We ask him onye na-eme ka ekpeji akpọ ya. Ọwụ ihe niile a na-eme nwere mpụta ọbata obi cabinet. I'm a cabinet member. I am not. Today, the same thing. I am not a cabinet member. All those times, Simon no inside. Dr. Raves, any meeting. He can't do a 20 security meeting with commanders. 20 out of 20, 18 or 19 or 17 or 15, and I'm there. Because I belong there. And we are not but that a lot. And we have again down home. Now because I'm on the able to today. So I want to conclude, like you rightly said, we are United States of Biafra. That is who we are. Let the United States of Biafran government, let them, how by with speed, so that he will have no worries. But all one we will come say they are not doing something. Mazi, with all this thing I have given you, are unaccepted by me. It's completely unacceptable because I'm right deep. I don't want to continue to say that. But when he hear me again, that I'm not aware.
My brother,
this one that I have done here, the result is show. I have said in here many times. One of our sister here, and upper China had load to go home. I would 12 months later, then United States of the Biafran government in here. Her deportation was revoked. I'm not putting my working everything. And she have asked me to call the government to thank them. And this document is holding a lot of our brothers and sisters here today in Ireland. People are listening to your platform. I can never come here to lie to no one. And I'm not asking you to come to me or verify me. It's your problem, not my problem. But I cannot come here and lie to anybody. I'm nothing. So how will am I a prime minister, or am I a deputy prime minister, or am I a cabinet member? So I'll come here to lie so that do I have platform? I do not have. So I'm not seeking who will like my platform and share it so that I get more viewers. I want to run now very fast, very fast.
Before you run, please let me say something before you run, my brother. I'll let you run. You see, I appreciate you. Every time when you come online and you speak. I always give you that time to speak and talk, and I like the way you speak. Just like when you were making comment now, you talked about so many things, you touched so many things, and you made your point. It was very, very clear. When somebody is speaking and people are listening, at least they're going to gain a lot of things from what you just said now. You see, but what actually brought the argument you are saying here now was just like what you said when we said not doing enough, do more. I don't think that is a bad word that somebody will hear and you get angry. When you say not doing a wrong, when you are putting your government on their toe to do something, or when you are putting your friend or somebody you're telling them, or simply what you are saying is the person to do more, which you yourself confirm here that doing more is what people have to do. Do more. You don't have to relax and say you have done enough. There is nothing you to do again, or nobody should tell you to do. Why would somebody say you should do enough, do more? Why would somebody come and talk, say you're not doing enough? I think when you see constructive criticism, when somebody is demanding for more, as a human being, we will always ask for more. If not for anything, as a human being, we will always ask for more. Just like the explanation you made now, the effort you have put on your own side, personally on your own side, on the things you have done. It is commendable. Nobody will hear that and not applaud you for what you have done. Nobody will hear that and not applaud you for what you have done. And when we say that, just like myself, I always say it, that we need to do more. I say it tomorrow when I come online, I will still say it, we have to do more. I will not come here and tell you that, oh, we have done enough, we have to relax. Just like when I was talking about some other issue that I was talking about, when you say we begin to give an excuse that maybe because we have been, because of the conspiracy against us, we won't do this, we won't do that. We will continue to do as many times as possible. You never can tell. It takes only one man to change the situation. Only one man will touch the button and the whole thing will change. And you don't know when that man is going to appear. You don't know who he's going to be. So I don't know why people misunderstand it when we say do more or enough is not being done. People get angry in those language. I don't know whether is that a bad language to say enough is not being done. Do more. I don't see that as a bad word. But each time when that word comes out, people get angry. I have tried as much as possible to avoid every topic that will go to that direction that will make people go emotional. But still yet, some people, when they come, they will try to attack what you have said and begin to interpret it in a way that maybe you are attacking a government or why should I attack anybody? Just like you said, every one of us have a responsibility. Wherever you find yourself, some of us are in the media, some of us are in security, some of us are in diplomatic level, some of us are going on different. Wherever you get busy and do your own, speak more, do more on your own part. Even me here that I am, I don't see myself as doing enough. I don't see myself as doing enough. If I have much time to commit, I will commit. If I have some other things to do, some other program to move outside the media, I will do it. It has to do with the media. I don't see myself as doing enough. I still see it as if I have not done enough. And if somebody comes to tell me here that you still have to do more, I'm not going to get angry with that. I wouldn't get angry with that. So I don't know why people should get angry when you say do more. I have said it every time when I come to this platform. I say my stance where I am. The Biafra we are seeking for is for every one of us. We all have a responsibility. We all have a responsibility. It is not based on one man or one woman anyway. It is not based on one person. Everybody has a responsibility. Whichever, and why I always speak on the issue of this United States is because of the situation that presents, the opportunity that presents itself for United States. That is even why this topic is always coming on, because of the opportunity that presented itself for United States. And I believe that this opportunity that is in United States today, if it were to be in Ireland, I believe you yourself that is speaking, you will do more. You will do more than you have done, with what you have done now. What you just explained yourself, you have done on within your own self. If this opportunity in the United States is in Ireland, I don't have to be told what you will do. So when we make this demand, it is based on realities on the ground, on what we see and what we expect. Human being will always expect more. We expect the best, even though you can never get the best from anywhere. You can never get anything excellent. But we will keep on demanding. So my brother, Oluchi, my God, I appreciate you. I appreciate you very well for all you have said. It is well understood. But I don't want anybody to see the asking of doing more as a problem. Or is that a problem? You just confirmed it here. When we say we have to do more, it's not a problem. But some people see it. Once you mention it, some people begin to see it as a problem.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless.
You're welcome, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bro Christian, are you there?
Yeah, Brachus, yes, I'm there.
Go ahead. You have something to say.
Almost
4 hours now. I have to round up. Go ahead.
All right, so let me just give the submission so you can round up. I just want to thank you once again. It's part of the sacrifice, the role and part everybody have to play accordingly. Whatever area anybody find him or herself, you do it well, you do the best you can. This brother Oluchi, should I say, yeah, he put it in a little bit more, should I say, understanding or reasonably, because we all, in everything, you always have to strive to do more, to do better. So there's no reason why somebody hears the word, we are not doing enough, you get triggered. I don't understand that at all. You get defensive. I just don't understand it, because I will always do more in whatever I'm doing. I always strive to do more and do better. So, but for me, I feel like, I always say it, not that I feel like, I always know that God is in charge of all these things happening. From the get-go, I just said, yeah, we have this amazing opportunity, a window of opportunity, if you will, because when Trump came, when he won the election, I knew it, I feel it, I said it on a program, and the coach, I told him, I said, something is going to happen. God couldn't possibly allow this demonic enemy of humanity of a country called Nigeria to continue unabated. Absolutely, I've never doubted it for 1 second. I know what Nigeria is. I know what it represents. I don't have to stress it too much. I expect you expect people with humanity in them to realize that Nigeria is evil. If there's any place called demonic, Nigeria, Jesus Christ. So, but we thank God, we have to continue to put in the work and put in prayers too, because like mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, he's in Sokoto now, they handed him over down there. I know as day goes on, I begin to realize part of their tactics, why they are doing what they are doing. So if Sultan can form an alliance with him, then he will be the one who supported the freedom, blah, blah, blah. But we know this. I think Nnamdi Kanu is not one to be messed around with, because he's a man of principle, unshakable principle. He sticks to his gun. They've tried everything and they will continue to try, but the man will continue to be. I knew this too from day one. I said they've made the worst mistake ever to have kidnapped him, because, exceptional human being, and many people are saying it. If Igbos are like, of course, all of us Igbos cannot be like him, but if we have majority like him, we won't be where we are today. So, but so, like I said, we have to be putting him in prayer, because he's there, he's being fed and stuff like that, so that God will continue to neutralize every of their plan, every of their whatever it is, God will continue to turn it against them. So it's important, though. This is very important. I'm not somebody, I wouldn't describe myself as a very religious person, but my faith is unshakable. Absolutely. So we continue, and our PM too, we continue to pray that God will, have his way. And we thank God. I'm so thankful for the coming of Trump, and God has ways, so many ways, a million and more ways to get his, agenda through. He can go it through. So thank you so much, and let's just keep pushing, and everything's gonna be fine. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother Christian. I appreciate you for your support and being with us throughout the whole program. And I appreciate everyone that has contributed on the program today, more especially my brother Oluchunwa God that spoke lastly. Now, I thank you for that very explanation and elaboration, also education. That is why we are here, is to share views, and sometimes we get into some heated argument on topics, and at the end of the day, it makes revelations and also encourages Biafrans to know what they need to know. Whatever we do in my platform is not here for castigating anybody. It is not here to bring anybody down. Anybody that is speaking for Biafra, more especially, this is a platform to promote such person. If you are speaking for Biafra, I am speaking for our freedom, sincerely. There's no reason for me to attack you on this platform. There's no need for the platform to go against it. Never. The platform is not to go against any Biafra. Any Biafra. Our focus is Nigerian government that is holding us captive. Our focus is Nigerian government that is saying that we will not succeed, we will not be free. Those are our focus. What we are supposed to be doing for our fellow Biafrans, brothers and sisters, is encouragement. Encouragement. Pushing them and encouraging them to do more, as we always do. As for encouraging people to do more, it's not a crime when you say do more. As I said, even my own self here that I am, I'm not doing enough. I don't think I'm doing enough. Until we get Biafra, none of us will claim that we have done enough. We have not done enough until we get Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is in detention and he's still doing more. He's still doing more. Mazi Simon Ekpa in detention, he's still doing more. How much more those of us that still have some little freedom? We need to continue to do what we have to do. Every effort is important. Nobody is downplaying anybody's effort or saying you are not doing anything, but what we are doing every day is a wake-up call. And that wake-up call is very important so that people don't go to sleep. A wake-up call for everybody, for Tom, Dick, and Harry, even for myself. So I pray that Chukwu Okukabiyama will give us the strength, the understanding, and the power to focus on what we need to do. We are not enemies of ourselves. The real enemy we are facing is the Janjaweed. Those that are keeping us hostage, they are the real enemy. I pray that Chukwu Okukabiyama will give us the strength to overcome these challenges. May Chukwu Okukabiyama protect every one of you that have been with us on this program, more especially those in Biafra land. No evil shall befall you. I pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for divine protection, for divine victory, for divine safety and security wherever they may be. No evil shall befall them. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again later in the evening. Stay blessed and see you. Remain blessed. And may Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect us. Bye, everybody.
Sir, bye.
The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chukwu Okukabiyama pụrụ ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye anyị na-aja mma wee anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị onye kere ihe niile kere eke na ọbara onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị nsọ na-akpụ ha na-akpụ isi ala nye ọbara ndị n'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile wee na-arịọ gị mma anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube gị ngozi itinye ọgbara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rapụ ndị ka anyị onye bụ nna Chineke na ndị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ije obodo kwesịrị isi wee laa ya n'iyi anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma oge ebili biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee dị ọsọ ọsọ na nkebe na ụmụ ga-adakwa n'ahụ anyị wee na-arịọ gị wee na-arịọ nlekọta nwanne na nwanne ibe ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye iwe etinye ụmụ ya ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu wezụga anyị aka ajọ ihe na ndụ anyị bulie aha nsọ n'elu ise ise ise.
But you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing in 5 years to come. Thank you.